Being car push your asses down. Considering, well, whole parking lot, 2 people. Be a judge, knowing it's fucked up in a way.
It's your boy Go in the building, Mr. He came with that soft ass hat, but it's all good. Mr. Big Chest, he be talking shit on my name, but that's all he got is shit talk. He can't back shit up. I don't do no talking. I'm like the Black Mamba. I don't talk, I walk. That's all I know. All I do is back up whatever I say. Mr. Big Chest, he wish he was on my level, but he ain't. He always talking shit on my name, but I left the shit. Cause all Big Chest know about is trying to get the girls. He walk up to the girls, they were like, hell no. I'd rather date Dan Marley instead. That's the facts, you feel me? I'm the GOAT for a reason. Niggas be hating my name, I pull up to the court and I give niggas buckets, left, right, crossovers, mid-range jumpers, like the Black Mamba, it's all good. I be like a massacre when I pull to the court, niggas get scared like Lamont. Lamont say he better than me, but I laugh at it. I don't take Lamont serious, he's 6'1", with the messed up leg, it's all good and gravy. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that shit, my bad, that's fucked up, that's on me. I supposed to come in here like a number 2 pistol, but I came in here like trash. But it's all good. I come to the court and I give niggas dunks. Niggas say I can't dunk, but I show them what's up. Niggas like True the King try to check me, but he 5'8", I can't see True the King, too short. The lady on the panel said that Big Chest was jacking off. He might have been. I ain't gay though. I'm done right there. You feel me?
I'm the GOAT. I'm in your head. I'm in your brain. I'm in your soul. I live inside you. You hear my name every time you wake up.
Rico,
Every time you wake up.
Being car push your asses down. Considering, well, whole parking lot, 2 people. Be a judge, knowing it's fucked up in a way.
It's your boy Go in the building, Mr. He came with that soft ass hat, but it's all good. Mr. Big Chest, he be talking shit on my name. But that's all he got is shit talk. He can't back shit up. I don't do no talking. I'm like the black mamba. I don't talk, I walk. That's all I know. All I do is back up whatever I say. Mr. Big Chest, he wish he was on my level, but he ain't. He always talking shit on my name, but I left the shit. Cause all Big Chest know about is trying to get the girls. He walk up to the girls, they were like, hell no. I'd rather date Dan Marley instead. That's the facts, you feel me? I'm the GOAT for a reason. Niggas be hating my name, I pull up to the court and I give niggas buckets, left, right, crossovers, mid-range jumpers, like the black mamba, it's all good. I be like a massacre when I pull up to the court, niggas get scared like Lamont. Lamont say he better than me, but I laugh at it. I don't take Lamont serious, he's 6'1", with the messed up leg, it's all good and gravy. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that shit, my bad, that's fucked up, that's on me. I supposed to come in here like a number 2 pistol, but I came in here like trash. But it's all good. I come to the court and I give niggas dunks. Niggas say I can't dunk, but I show them what's up. Niggas like True the King try to check me, but he 5'8", I can't see True the King, too short. The lady on the panel said that Big Chest was jacking off. He might have been. I ain't gay though. I'm done right there. You feel me?
I'm the GOAT. I'm in your head. I'm in your brain. I'm in your soul. I live inside you. You hear my name every time you wake up. Every time you wake up.
In this motherfucker.
You popped out. What'd you say?
So we got LaFonso in this motherfucker.
For sure. On
Can
the
you hear
biz
me?
now. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey man, LaFonso, Goat Mike is officially done trolling. We're gonna have real basketball takes on here from now on. The Lakers and LaFonso, I'm gonna stand on this. We is not winning the title this season, bro.
You don't think so?
I know so. They got too many non-defenders in the same rotation. If the Lakers bench Austin Reeves, then
Right.
I'll change my stance. But as long as Reddick's gonna play Reeves, Luca, and LeBron in the same rotation,
Right.
we're not winning the title like that because LeBron's old. Reeves and Luca both is non-athletic players. Reeves ain't athletic, neither is Luca.
Right.
And when you put that in rotation with the no rim protection, you can't win like that. So
Right.
the Lakers are fucked unless they bench Austin Reeves.
No chip this year, huh?
No chips. That's what Cam don't understand. That see, Cam's a LeBron fan, so he don't see the flaws that I see.
Right. Mm,
You know what I'm saying? When you're a LeBron fan, all you looking at is I want LeBron to win the title, but you're not looking at the flaws of the squad, like no rim protection, having three liabilities in the rotation.
right.
Like
Hmm.
LeBron fans don't look at that type of stuff.
So you don't even think they go into the Western Conference
They can
final,
go
let
to the
alone
Western.
the NBA finals?
They can go. They if they play Denver, Rockets, or OKC, they're easily going home. I say that because the lack of rim protection and the lack of defense in the starting rotation. I feel like we can't hang with those three teams.
With my team. I'm a beg the jumper because I think y'all can beat us. We also have lack of defense as well. So when the Lakers play the Nuggets, it's basically whoever can shoot. Who is a shootout? Because they ain't really Jamal Murray, Jokic, Michael Porter. None of them are playing no defense. Tell me this: how many blocks does Michael Porter Jr. got? How many blocks does Jokic got? How many blocks does Jamal Murray got? You go find a donut in all those. So when the Lakers play us, I think they got a chance because we also don't have that quality defense. Gordon is the only one. So I think y'all will give us a run.
I mean, if you beat Denver, I feel like let's say we beat Denver and we
Hmm.
run into the Rockets or OKC, we don't have enough athletic ability to guard the Rockets. The Rockets they got a lot of athletic players on their team. They have size in the paint. I mean, for me, Lafonso, like when you say Western Conference, like if you're a Nuggets fan and you make the Western Conference, you're fine with that, right? Or if you're a Maverick fan, but Lafonso,
No.
we don't as a Laker
Why you
fan.
say we fine with that?
No. I'm comparing it to the Lakers because the Lakers are known for what winning championships and playing for championships. We don't believe in playing for conference finals. If we make the conference finals and don't win a championship, that's not the Lakers standard. Lakers standard is winning titles, not making the conference finals. So we make the
So
conference finals and don't win the championship, it don't matter.
so if I ask you in the last 7 years how many titles the Lakers won, what you gonna tell me?
In the last no, it's not seven. We won a title in 2020. So in the last 5 years, we have not met the Lakers standard.
Okay, so
We,
then
we
as
you know
so as far as the Lakers standards, then I get what you're saying. Yeah, the Lakers are traditionally a team that wins. They put them rosters up there, but at the moment they ain't doing that too much,
yep, that's what I'm saying. We can make the Western Conference, like you
right?
said, right? But do I see us winning a championship? No. The only way I see us winning the championship is if three things happen. They got to bench Austin Reeves. If you're not going to bench Reeves, we got to hope that somebody else beats OKC and we ain't got to see them. So we just got to hope we play a lot of it. What's the word? Favorable matchups in the
Oh,
playoffs. And then we got to hope that we don't run into Boston in the finals.
well, if you want to know my opinion, go Mike. I think there's certain teams that's made for the playoffs, and I think the Lakers are one. I think the Lakers are an extraordinary team in the half court game.
They
So
they lack
when
athletic ability though. They lack athleticism,
yeah, but like I
which
always told you,
means
go Mike.
guys are going to be able to get by. Or not.
Right?
Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, go ahead. I'm listening.
No. It's like I see where you're trying to go, but when you got guys like Luca and Reeves and LeBron who lacks athletic ability, LeBron because of age, Luca and Reeves just naturally, and you got to play against the Rockets or OKC. I feel like those two teams got too much speed for the Lakers, even in the half court. Like I don't believe in Luca and Reeves to stay with their man, and I don't believe in LeBron to be able to stay with his man. Not consistently,
Well,
and that's
when
the
you
Lakers' downfall.
when you talk about athletic ability, if athletic ability won games, every team will be going for athletic players. Sometimes athletic ability, size, all that don't matter. Sometimes it
No,
just
but it's
don't
not.
matter. Sometimes.
But it's not. But Alfonso, it's not just about being athletic. It's
Hmm.
it's it's when it's when the Lakers play against players that's not
Right.
only athletic, but they can shoot, they can handle the rock. You know what I mean?
Right.
They present problems for guys like Luca and Austin Reeves and LeBron James. They present serious problems.
See, I can
That's what
see
I'm
the
saying. Huh?
I see the Lakers doing okay personally, man, especially in the playoffs because the playoff you got to remember like this: playoff basketball always slows down. It ain't like regular season, and then that's when the coaches' skills play more of effect in the game because coaches didn't get to really out coach each other opposed to the regular season. I ain't saying they can't, but it shows more in the playoffs. But then you can also cover up Luca in the half court game. You can kind of hide and tuck him away to where teams don't just come at him. He can get a little bit of help. So it'll make up for that lack of defense that he has. So I still see the Lakers as if you ask me, I think the Lakers is a great half court team. I think they'll be hard to stop. And all that stuff OKC doing right now with the running gun, I get it. They good. They got that height, but I still think that the Lakers can give them a run. This crazy. I'm showing more faith in your team than you. What the fuck?
I mean, like what you're saying. There's no context to it, which is why I disagree with you because every Laker team that won a championship, they didn't have three liabilities in the starting rotation. When the Lakers won with Magic, Kareem, and all them, they didn't have three liabilities in the starting rotation. When you look at the Lakers when they had Kobe and Paul Gasol, Kobe and Shaq, LeBron and AD, they didn't have three liabilities in the same rotation. I mean, other teams have won like that, but I haven't seen the Lakers win like that, and that goes through generations, more than one. So I don't believe this team can do it because I've never seen a Laker team do it. I've never seen a Laker team or heard of a Laker team winning a title with not one, not two, but three liabilities in the same rotation. Which is why I don't believe in this team to win a title because they have three liabilities in the same rotation, and Reddick refuses to bench Austin Reeves. I don't care how many points he can score. You can't play three liabilities in the same rotation. You just can't. As a head coach, you just can't do it. What real coach is going to play all three of these guys in the same rotation? Is Pat Riley going to do it? No. Is Larry Brown going to do it? No. Do you think Phil Jackson would do this? No. Pop? No. Because those guys care about what? Defense. They're not going to let all three of these dudes play in the same lineup. I don't care if he like a real coach don't care about if you can score 40. Can you defend? That's what they look at. And when you got three guys who all don't defend, it just doesn't work. Like Luca, he's known for not playing defense. He's also what? A superstar, right? So you can't bench Luca and you can't bench LeBron. But you can bench Austin Reeves and put in a guy that's going to play defense to do what? To help Luca and help LeBron. Because playing all three of them together, that's a terrible rotation. You cannot like Reddick needs to understand that if you really serious about winning a title, you got to bench Austin Reeves, bro. I know I know guys love him. He's a great scorer. He dropped 25, 30 a game, woo the woo, but he can't defend, bro. You can't play him and Luca and LeBron. It just doesn't work. That starting rotation is terrible. It's a huge liability. You know what I'm saying, LaFonso? It's a liability, big time. It's just not gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work against the Rockets or OKC. You're gonna have to take out one of those three. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, hold up.
I don't know if my mic's working. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill what you said about Luke and defense. So when when Luca was traded to the Lakers, if you can remember, the Lakers became one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. You remember that, right? So that means that your theory right there of defense that's gone because they've proven that they can be one of the top five or top three defensive teams. Then you talk about no Lakers team has ever won a title with three players who or something you say don't play defense or something. Well, here's my thing. You can't let the past predict your future because a lot of things that happen in sports today, we've never seen happen. So I don't think the Lakers are looking to let that stop them. That's your
LaFonso,
prediction,
you're talking to you're talking to a diehard Lakers fan.
right?
I would love for Lakers to win the title, but the way they're playing defense, and when you got three guys like LaFonso, I hope what you're saying is right. I really do. But at the same time, I don't believe in this starting lineup to get the job done. I just don't. It just too much. It's too much slow footedness in the same rotation.
Slow footedness. What
I
does
just
that
don't see
mean?
it. Slow footedness. Guys that can't move their feet. Guys that don't believe in moving their feet. Guys that's lazy on that end of the floor. Yes, the Lakers did have a short stretch of great defense, but what have they done lately defensively? You want to know what they done late defensively, LaFonso? You give up 146 to the Bulls. You give up 118 to the Magic. You give up what they give up to the Pacers, 119. You just give up what 100 plus points once again. But the Lakers have been slipping this month, the month of
Okay.
March.
So
They've been slipping.
if that's the case, then let's look at everybody else. Let's look at the Nuggets. The Nuggets lost to the Wizards. The Nuggets also lost to the Bulls, which the Lakers did too. I think there's a lot of teams that's kind of like just chilling right now because all they trying to do is stay healthy to make the playoffs. And I don't really think they are looking at these games as serious as you are.
I mean, if the Lakers are serious, Lafonso, about winning a championship, they have to get better defensively. Luca and Austin Reeves, they have to take pride on the defensive end. You can't just come out here and think you're going to score 30 and 40 and not play defense. All I'm saying, LaFonso, I hope you're right. I hope Luca and Reeves decides to play defense in the playoffs. I hope that it's just because they got what 10 games left. I'm gonna give them a pass based on what you just said. I'm a hold off. I'm gonna wait till the playoffs come. And if I see Luca and Reeves out there playing the same defense they're playing right now in the playoffs, we gonna revisit this conversation.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I thought
Yo, yo,
Luca.
yo, yo.
Yo, 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 what up, Playboy?
Can you
What's up,
if you
Playboy?
make sure you please come in on topic, please.
What do you mean? I always come in on topic.
But I'm just making sure because
Always.
I'm just
Always.
infamous. Let me ask infamous this. 'Cause I already got the final take on it.
It's
Infamous. I'm gonna ask
Doors
you
is
a
the
favor.
one that doesn't come in on topic, but go ahead.
I'm gonna ask a infamous. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Alfonso.
Hmm.
If because right now Alfonso, well, look, everybody believes that Luca Reeves is Luka Reese and Lakers just cruising because of the playoffs, right? You don't want to get hurt before the playoffs, this, that, and the third, right? So my thing is this: I'm gonna give the Lakers a pass as of right
Mhm.
now. You find me, infamous?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But if Luka and
Can I
Reese,
comment after on both of what you both said? Because I think you're
you
both are
do.
right. But go ahead.
Oh, okay, so the whole thing I'm saying is that
Hmm.
I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it right now because it's
Hmm.
regular season. But if Luka and Reese play the same defense they're playing right now in the playoffs, the Lakers is fucked if that happens.
Hmm. Hmm. I'll be honest with you. I think you're both right. I think look, salute LaFonso. Hope everything is well. Hope you and your family are doing well.
Thanks, man. Salute to
Salute,
you, brother.
salute, Mike.
Same for you. I hope your
Yeah.
family doing well as well.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you're both right, actually. What LaFonso's saying is a lot of teams are jockeying for positions right now. They may not be showing their full hand in a lot of these games. They may want to stay. It may also be strategic, where maybe they want to stay in the same position that they're at, so that they face certain teams. Um, like I said, I will always continue to say this, and people say this all the time. The NBA is all about matchups, and remember, before the Chicago Bulls game, I came on the live before the game started, and I
Hmm.
said this exact. I said, don't underestimate the Bulls, and I also said the Bulls are a horrible matchup for the Lakers because
I
of the
remember.
pace that they play at.
I remember that.
They're not gonna roll over and spread the cheeks and just roll over because you're the Lakers. They're gonna give a full effort from beginning to end, and they're gonna play hard. And I even, like I said, I even took the Bulls. I took the Bulls on the spread. I said the Lakers might squeeze it out at the end, but it's not gonna be a blowout. I said that right at the beginning. Doors was on the live, a couple other people on the live, and they heard me say it. I said that even before the game started. So again, it's all about matchups. The good thing is you're not going to face the Bulls. The Bulls are not in your conference. There's a lot of people got to remember the Bulls are not in the conference. They're in the Eastern Conference. You're never going to see. I believe that was the last game that they have against the Lakers. The Lakers are not going to see them again until next year. Let's keep it 100. So it's not a team that you have to worry about, right? You worry about the teams in your own conference. And right now, yes, there's a lot of teams fighting for position, but there's also a lot of teams that are in disorder right now. I don't know if you guys heard, but the Grizzlies coach, got fired today. Did you all hear that?
Hear about that.
What was that? I think your mic is breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he got fired today.
Mm.
So I believe the Grizzlies are the team that you faced today, right? The Lakers faced the Grizzlies today, Mike. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You said what now?
The Lakers, do they play the Grizzlies today?
Yep. They play the
Okay.
Grizzlies, bro.
So you're playing them at the right time. Their coach got fired today or yesterday. You know that, right?
I hear you.
Yeah, their coach got fired.
Salute Deanna
So
Reed.
which is a which is very strange. Which is very strange. I actually didn't expect the firing. It came out of nowhere. I would love to find out the reason why he got fired. So the Grizzlies coach got fired, right? So you're actually facing the Grizzlies at a good time. There might be a little bit of disarray. You know, things might be a little bit out of order. So that was a good time to face them. But again, I'm not really worried about the Lakers. I think they will get it together. LeBron has been in this position many times. I do agree. What you said, Mike, is correct. Um, According to the latest statistics, Luca leads the league in blow-bys. So he's definitely got to get himself in better position, better defensive position. I think he has to play better defense. You'll get people on here. You'll get people that come on and say, "Oh no, he's fine." No, yeah, I agree with you, Mike. He's got to shore up that defense a little bit, man. I mean, at least put a little bit of effort in there. Um, I constantly said Mike, you and I have constantly said that we believe that Austin Reeves should come off the bench, but we don't think JJ Redick's going to do that, right?
Yep.
I mean, a lot of people can agree or disagree with that, but I strongly believe that Austin should be coming off the bench. But, you know, they're enamored with him and they love him. So, hey, it is what it is. So you
Yeah.
just got to live with it. Go ahead.
Look. As a diehard Laker fan,
Hmm.
I'm willing to bet $10,000 Lakers don't win the title, and I'm only basing it off of what I'm seeing from Austin Reeves
Hmm.
and as well Luka Doncic. Both of these
Okay.
dudes, both of these dudes are huge liabilities on a defensive
Uh-huh.
end, and it's not even funny. Like I don't know
Uh-huh.
how you supposed to win the title with three dudes in the same lineup.
Hmm.
Now, now, LeBron's not. He's not giving the blow bys like Luca or Reeves is. So LeBron is
Yeah.
trying harder than both of them.
Hmm.
But at the same time, he's 40 years old. If you're banking on LeBron to cover up for Luca and Reeves, you got another
Right.
thing coming.
I know
Yeah.
what you're saying
Yeah.
about Luca, but today's NBA is the emphasis is not on defense. So I mean, a
Yeah,
lot of
but
it is
the
just
in
based
the
on
playoffs,
offense.
you
But the
gotta play
playoffs, the
defense in
playoffs,
the
it might not.
playoffs, though, man. You can't. No, I have to disagree with you about that far. You win championship. Listen, you could get away with it in the regular season where the games don't really mean much because you play so many games. But in the
Right.
in
That's
the
what I
in the
was just
playoffs,
saying.
when things get tighter,
Playoffs, it
you
matters
gotta
more
play
though.
D,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you have to have a good defensive team.
I
And here's the
definitely
thing:
agree.
if I'm not mistaken, usually the team that's top 10, correct me if I'm wrong, usually the team that's top 10 in offense and top 10 in defense are usually the ones that are there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the ones that make it to the finals. And I don't know
Facts.
what the Lakers defensive record is right now, but Mike, I'm going to be honest with you because I, I respect the channel and sometimes I come on here and I talk about the Lakers because I respect your channel and respect everything. I actually agree with you. I don't. I'm gonna say it right now, and y'all can say whatever you want to say. I agree with you. I don't think the Lakers are gonna make the finals. I'm saying it right here, right now. You can timestamp it, do whatever you want to do with it. I don't. I really don't. And it's not over
The,
hate. Because when you say stuff like that, people say, "Oh, you just hate the
No,
Lakers." Blah,
infamous.
blah, blah.
Give your
No, no, I
reason.
don't.
Give your reason.
Okay, here's the reason why I don't. Okay, it's a very simple reason.
Okay.
I've watched OKC, and they're good on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the OKC are a team of destiny this year. I'm not saying they're going to win the chip, but I
Right.
think they're going to make it to the finals because you look at almost all the metrics; they're either first or second in all the major metrics: defense, perimeter defense, you name it. They're breaking records when it comes to that. Now, people will say, yeah, yeah, there's been teams like that before, blah, 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 blah. I just think there's something special about that team because there is no weakness on that team. The one weakness that they had is the one weakness I believe, in my opinion, that they fixed, and that was the middle, right? They have a strong bench. They have a good leader. They play team ball, right?
Right.
They're one of the best perimeter defensive teams. They have good defensive guys coming off the bench. I
Right.
just think they're just a team of destiny this year. It
and
just
they
just
have
just my opinion.
size,
And they
and they
have
have and
size.
they have, and they have size. That's gonna present a problem because you gotta think about
Mhm,
it. If you get Jackson Hayes in foul trouble and he has to go to
mhm,
the bench,
mhm,
but OKC got two-headed monster big man. They got
mhm,
Hornstein and Holmgren who gonna be pounding that rebound. Who gonna be
mhm.
Holmgren's gonna bring Hayes away from the basket. You know what that means? That means you're banking on LeBron, Luca, and Reeves to get the rebound. That's not gonna cut it against that team, bro.
I just think that they just have a team that's built for the playoffs. And here's the thing:
Oh
they can
yeah.
play any style. The thing about OKC is that they can play any style you want to play. So you want to run it up and
Anytime.
down. They can do that too. They
They can
got
play half
great. They got
court
good
too.
3 point shooters, and
Hmm.
they do it on both ends. Like I hate to emphasize. I
They
keep
do it
emphasizing
collectively.
that over and over again. They play both. They got two-way players that play both ends.
I don't know one
It's
guy
not
on
just
that team.
offense. It's defense as
A
well.
a a infamous and infamous. I don't
Hmm
know one guy on that team that doesn't play both sides of the ball at a high level. I don't know one.
I don't know one either. I honestly I don't. I really don't. I
When you
don't.
watch the Lakers, when you watch the Lakers though, you can find three automatically with your eyes closed,
Yeah, there's some
and they
holes.
all
There's some
play in the
holes
same
there.
rotation.
There's some holes. Yeah,
There's some holes, some big
So
ones.
Austin Rivers don't have a
there's some
high
holes.
high
There's some
high
definitely.
IQ then, huh?
There's definitely some holes there, man.
Austin,
I don't
no, no,
mean
no.
holes. I
Austin
mean
Reeves,
holes, like
no,
holes,
no. Austin
holes.
Reeves,
Holes.
no, no. Austin Reeves has a high IQ. He has a high IQ offensively, but defensively, his
Hmm
IQ go out the door. He don't have any defensive IQ. He has offensive IQ,
Okay.
knowing when to pass or when to shoot. But then on
hmm
defense,
Okay. I'm not
him and
even
Luke
gonna
gives
speak on
defensive
it.
IQ out the
You know,
door.
lead this up. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, but
No,
there's
speak
two
your
kinds of
mind,
IQ.
yo, Lafonso.
No,
Lafonso,
but
speak
there's
your
two
mind, man. I'd
kinds.
love to hear your opinion. Go ahead.
No, but hold on though, Infamous, hold
Uh,
on. I'm trying to explain something. There's in
Go ahead.
basketball, there's two kinds of IQ. There's defensive IQ, knowing when to
Hmm
reach, when to put your hand up, like certain things, knowing when you can't get your hands in there, knowing when you can't. Because some guys bait for fouls, like Shea does. And then there's
hmm
offensive IQ, like okay, I'll come off a screen. I know if I should shoot or pass, or I know certain things on offense. Reeves, me and Cam was talking about his offensive IQ is on another planet. Like Reeves and Luca IQ offensively to us is great, but we're talking about his defensive IQ. His defensive IQ. Well, he has no defensive IQ. That's the problem. His IQ
hmm
defensively is nowhere to be found. He has it
hmm
offensively. He don't have it defensively.
Well, there's some other dudes on the panel. I don't know if they want to speak or they want to say something. I don't want to hog the mic, but anybody else want to say something? Or who else want? Anybody want to say something?
Dante, you got anything on this, Dante?
Dante?
I think this Taylor Jenkins situation is a shock. I mean, maybe Taylor Jenkins is probably having some sort of internal dispute with the organization. That's most likely
Hmm
why he got fired.
Oh,
This
okay.
whole story seems weird to me. How he got fired with only less than 10 games left before the playoffs begin. I
That
don't
is
know, man.
weird.
Maybe Taylor Jenkins had some sort of problems with the organization. They probably didn't agree with one another with in regards to how the team is ran. So maybe
Hmm
probably he got fired for that reason.
It is kind of strange that you would fire your coach. You're in the playoffs. You would think that it would be something that you would, if you're going to get rid of him, you'd probably get rid of him after the season's over or after your season's over. But it's very weird that you would fire him leading up to the playoffs. That is kind of strange. That's why I say there's got to be something more to it. It's
He
it
was
came
beefing with
and here's the
he,
thing.
him and Ja was
Can I
beefing.
say
That's
this,
what
Mike?
happened.
I
Hey,
just
go
want to
ahead.
lay. I just want to land this. It's funny. There was no indication that he was going to get fired. You know, like sometimes there's something in the media that says, "Oh, I don't know, man. This guy looks like he's going to lose his job soon." Like it just came out of nowhere, in my opinion. Like there was no indication and nothing that came up that this dude was going to get canned. So it is kind of strange to me. But go ahead.
I knew that he was going to get fired because when you beef with a star
Hmm
player, a lot of times it leads to your demise. He was beefing with the coach was beefing with certain players on the team as well as
hmm
John Morant, and they felt like he lost the locker room. When
Okay.
you lose the locker room, a lot of times they fire you for that. When you
Yeah.
lose the
How
locker
is he
room,
beefing with Ja when Ja is injured?
I'm just
That's kind of
saying,
strange.
I'm just saying what the owner and the organization said. They said he lost the locker room and the
Oh,
guys
okay.
were arguing and shit like that. When you lose the locker room, You know what I
Hmm.
mean? A lot of times they're like, you know what? It's time for a change. We get some fresh
Right.
air in this thing, and that's why he's off the team now.
Can I ask the panel a question? Do you think
Mhm.
that do you think that this is an indication that Ja could potentially be leaving?
No, they're not going to trade Ja. The only way they trade Ja is if they get what the Lakers got when they traded AD. That's the only way you trade Ja is if you're getting Trey Young, you getting
Mhm.
something serious in return. You getting Kincaid, you getting Mitchell. You don't trade Ja for just anybody. If the Grizzlies do that
Can I go
shit,
out on a limb? Can I go out on a limb? I would honestly, I would trade Ja. You know why? I'll
trade him
tell
for
you why I
what?
would trade Ja.
Trade him for what though?
Well, for I think his value is still high. Okay, here's why I'll trade. Can I give you the reason why I would trade him? I
Yeah,
think
yeah, but
a lot
after you
of
do that, after you do that, give me who you trade him for after.
well, it's hard to say he
Yeah,
would trade him for, but you would have to trade him for
no,
another
no, it's
superstar
not.
or some pieces. But
You're not
I
gonna
would
trade
be
him for
knocking.
anybody.
I would be knocking. I would be knocking. I'd be knocking on the door for PJ Tucker. Just joking. I'm kidding.
What?
Um,
You trolling. You fucking trolling. You
no,
trolling hard.
I, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
You trying to
No,
copy Goat
I
Mike. You trying to
couldn't.
copy
I could
you
have.
trying to copy
I
me.
could. I could. I could. Okay.
Illifonso,
No.
Illifonso, he trying to be me, bro. You see that?
I know. I caught that.
Oh, you caught that? Okay.
I caught that.
And he said with a
No,
straight face too.
no, no. In all seriousness, no. In all seriousness, I would. Here's why I would trade him. I think there's a lot of off court distraction with his dad. I think there's something going on between his dad and the organization because remember there was an incident where his dad was causing a disruption and his dad was thrown out close to the end of the game. I don't think that sit well. And this was at home. This was not a road game. This was at home. I think he needs new scenery. I think maybe the environment, the Memphis environment, is not a conducive environment for him. That's one reason. The second reason is I think, let's be honest, he's injury prone a lot, man. He's an injury prone star. When you need him, he's not available. To be honest, let's be honest. You can
I
almost
agree with
count
both
when he's
things
going
you
to get
said.
injured. Go ahead.
No, I said I agree with both things you said. You right on the nose. I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's time to get up offense because let's be honest, he's a dynamic superstar. Like when he's available, he's great. He's great. I'm not going to deny that he's a talent. He's one of the best. I love watching him play. Whenever I can catch a Memphis game and Jaws playing, I'm there. But I think you might have to cut your losses. Now to answer Mike's question about who you would trade him for, um, you could go knocking on some doors of teams that have to get rid of their stars because of the I think there's a 10% increase. There's a 10% increase next year. Something in regards to the tax apron. I was reading something in reference to that, and a lot of these teams have to get rid of some of their players. So some of the teams that have an abundance of talent, OKC, OKC is not going to be able to keep all their stars. They're not going to be able to keep everybody. They're going to have to cut some people, right? I'd be knocking on teams like that where you can trade him and get back a whole bunch of draft picks or some fringe stars. I don't think you're going to trade him and get a superstar for him.
But you're not gonna trade him for just anything though. That's the thing. If I'm
No,
trading
no,
John Morant,
that's why I said draft picks and a bunch of stars, like fringe
first round
players.
picks. I want four first round picks. The fuck?
Uh, I don't know if you're going to get that.
Shit. If I ain't getting four, I gotta at least get three. The
You might
fuck?
just get you might just get PJ
You might
Tucker,
get
man.
You might get one or two. I mean, you ain't gonna get four though.
Nah, nah, you got me fucked
Yeah.
up. I'm trading my best player. And no, LaFonz, you gotta think as a GM, you gotta think about this. John Morant, not only is he your best player, but he also brings fans in those seats. He's making jersey sales, ticket sales, all that. So
He
so so
does,
so so if I'm gonna trade him, you gotta give me something serious.
but
Okay.
he also brings a little bit of drama too. You got to keep that in mind.
We
Okay.
understand. I understand that, but thing is, you got to understand from a business standpoint. If I'm an owner, if I'm a, if let's say the Grizzlies owner, right? Let's say he looks and there's nobody willing to give him nothing good. I don't give a damn how much drama he bring. If I ain't getting nothing good for him, I'll just keep him. He'll keep get my ticket sales high. He'll keep get my
Okay.
jersey sales high, and he gonna keep my team running. But I ain't about to just give him for a glass of water and Skittles.
Okay,
Well, you're
Mike,
not.
I've been challenged. Mike, I've been challenged again. FYF is in the chat saying that I'm a lie. I'm a liar. FYF, I just want to say you can. This report is not coming from me. It's a media report. So whoever wrote it, you got to talk to ESPN. You got to talk to the people who wrote it. I, don't call me a liar. Call them a liar because I didn't
FYF,
write it.
y'all silver string, FYF.
He always wants to call me a liar when I'm just reporting what's been written. It's the weirdest thing. So you got to talk to them and call them a liar. I didn't say it.
I think
I don't
I
like
think
people get
FYF.
mad at me when I say stuff like I'm a liar. Oh, I can't. I just made it up. Everything I say, I is from stuff that I researched and read. Now I know what he's going to do. He's going to say, "Oh, show me the article." Okay.
FYF Fred, FYF Fred. If anybody knows who FYF Fred is, that's FYF's little brother. They come on the show. FYF Fred
Okay.
wouldn't agree with FYF.
Hmm.
Well, you know
You know what I'm
what?
talking about,
Infamous
Infamous?
and
FY,
FYL.
I got you.
you know FYF Fred is that right? It's the puppet that come on. You know what I'm talking about on this show? They call him
I got you.
FYF Fred. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, we got you, Mike.
I got you.
And
He's on the panel.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't call
Okay.
nobody no
Clarification.
liar. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
FY,
I just.
FYF.
Oh, who made the comment?
I
Wait, by the
said,
way, before.
I'm saying,
Okay.
I'm saying, who who is coming up on free agency that they have to worry about signing?
No. I said there because of the tax apron. This is what I read. So don't say I said it because I know. I said they said because of the tax apron, OKC is one of those teams that may have to get rid of some of their players
Okay,
because
no,
of
but
the un,
what I'm saying to
because
you
they're going to
is
have to try to go ahead.
who, like, obviously that becomes a significant factor if you got guys
Hmm.
approaching free agency.
Right.
I mean, other than Daniel Tice, almost everybody on this roster is at least is 2 to 3 years away from free agency.
Okay. The report said the salary cap is going up by 10% next year. That's what I read. So it's not me. The salary cap is going up by 10% next year. They're saying one of the teams that will be affected by the 10% increase in the salary cap is OKC. They just named
But
one of the teams. One of the teams they said that would be
but you
affected would
know,
be
if the
OKC.
salary cap increases, that helps OKC keep their players.
I just read the story, man.
So if
I
you're telling me
You
that
got to talk to the person who wrote it.
if the story reports as you just said that the salary cap is
Okay.
going to increase, that means it's going to be easier for OKC to stay under the apron and keep all their players.
So do you think that OKC with all the draft picks, everything they have, they're going to be able to keep all their players?
No, listen, what I'm telling you is there is no fear of having to even worry about contracts because outside of Daniel Tice, no one is approaching free agency anytime soon.
Okay, let me bring up the article because I know you always want sources. Let me bring up the
I'm
article.
not asking for source. Hold on.
No,
Did
no,
he not just tell
I'm
us?
not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm
No,
just
hold
saying
on. You
that's what the
literally
article
just
says.
said, like, what the two things that you just said can't go together. If the salary cap goes up,
Okay.
it's going to make it easier for OKC to keep their players.
Okay, there may be maybe something I misread, but that was the gist
So,
of the article. But I'll bring it up. I'll bring it
no,
up, and
I'm
maybe
not.
there's some
I
part of it
mean,
I missed.
if some ESPN wrote that, what I'm saying is this: if you look at
Okay.
OKC's contracts, they're fine right now, and if the salary cap goes up, that just makes it easier for them to acquire new talent. There's no
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing
desperation.
with what you're saying. There's nothing I'm disagreeing with what you're saying.
There's no
I'm,
desperation to run around trading people because there's nobody that's approaching free agency. So I'll only put that comment there because
Mhm.
there's nobody they're going to lose in free agency no time soon. Like they got
Okay.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for 2 more years. They're not going to have to start worrying about free agency for like another 2 to 3 years. So why should they start willy-nilly just trading people in fear of a salary cap that's going up and that's going to help them keep players?
No, it wasn't that they're willy nilly going to have to start trading people. The gist of the article was just mentioning that they're going to be one of the teams that they're not going to be able to keep everybody. You know,
No,
that's what they're saying.
Any team can keep players.
Without going over, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Sorry.
I'm just saying if the salary cap's going up, which pushes them further away from any of the aprons, wouldn't that make it easier for them to keep their players?
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just going by what the article said.
That's what you said the article
Now I'm
said.
going in my history. I'm going in my history, and I'm going to try to bring up the article. But go ahead. By the way, before you go any further, is there any way I can get some of that cologne that you're pushing out there, man? Because I'm a cologne guy.
Let's go to the website.
What do I have to type? Can you drop the link in the
It's
private chat?
DOSSIER.co.
That's you. Okay. And what's the promotion code? Did they just give samples? They just give samples, or what they give?
No, just FYF Sports. You can buy one, get one free.
All right.
It's cool. I mean, it's solid. It's like it's
I'm a
not like
cologne
one
guy.
that I
That's
would
why
use
when I heard that, I was like,
But they got
damn
a
it, I
lot of
gotta
different
get one.
scents though, so you got to see what you like.
None of that spice bomb, right?
Which Spice Bomb?
Everybody always mentions spice bomb as
Well,
their
Spice Bomb
favorite.
has like Victor, because that's called Victor Spice Bomb. They have like 9 different Spice Bomb scents, so you got to figure out which one
Yeah,
you like. They got the green one, the red one, the yellow one. The Spice Bomb is a good one, but
it's
I mean
pretty
it's
pricey though.
it's good. It's kind of overpriced, but
It
it's
is
good.
overpriced, super priced, overpriced. So can you repeat that again? D-O. I'm right. I got a pen.
DOSSIER.
S-S-I-E. Should I
Yeah,
just
I don't
type that
think.
in, or is that the website? What?
I mean, if you Google DOSSIER, you should, and you should
Okay.
easily be able to find their website.
Okay, and just the promotion code is FYF.
Well, sports.
Okay. Do you get a percentage?
Me? No, they already
You don't have
paid
to
me.
tell me the amount, but you get a percentage of all this.
No, I don't get a percentage. I mean, they've already paid me.
Oh, okay. So what's your opinion on the Lakers, by the way?
What do you mean?
What we were discussing about the Lakers. Mike was discussing about Luka's defense, the holes in the starting lineup in regards to the
Luka's defense
defense.
is what it is, and there's only holes in the starting lineup because Vanderbilt's hurt, or he's not playing until he gets off minutes restriction. Luka's defense just is what it is. There's no changing it. It
And
is what it
Austin
is.
Reeves too. And Reeves too. Reeves is another liability
You know what I mean? Reeves. I don't look at Reeves like a liability because at least he gives effort. Luka is. I mean, for what you ask Luka to do on the offensive end, it's hard to ask him to be an elite defender on the other end, especially with his size. And they're going to consistently put him in pick and roll and target him in ISO matchups. A lot of teams are just going to target Luka because he's the best offensive player, and they're just trying to tire him down. So at the end of the day, I mean, if I wanted to cry about defense, I could cry about defense with LeBron. I could cry about it with half the roster. But I mean, when the game slows down in the playoffs and there's not as many possessions, they'll be fine. The defense will look better when they have Hayes and they have Vandy and they have DFS and all those guys are really going full throttle right now. I think JJ Redick's just focused on staying at that 4, 5, or 6 spot healthy. I don't think they give a damn who they match up with. So you just want to be healthy. Don't overuse your guys. Make sure Vandy ain't going into the playoffs with no pulled hamstrings or that Achilles ain't bothering them. Make sure everybody healthy and rested, and you good. And their defense is going to be fine when the game's closing out. I mean, you could only target Luka so much when you take away possessions.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, they'll be all right. I mean, everybody worries now. I got Bron and Luka. What am I going to worry about? You got beat me in a
Okay.
7-game series? Hell no.
Can I be honest with you? Okay. So do you believe that they're going to make it to the finals?
I believe they can.
Honestly. Honestly.
If they can get into the playoffs and especially if Vanderbilt's healthy, yeah, I think they're the top contender to get out of the West.
Okay. I was saying that a lot is predicated on matchups. I think a lot of it is going to be on who they face.
Yeah,
Their
the
their
problem
path.
is that the Lakers have the biggest matchup problem for anybody, Bron and Luka. So matchups, no matter how you slice it, no matter who they go up against, the matchups is always going to favor the Lakers because they got two of the best playmakers in NBA history, two of the best scorers in NBA history. And these guys are two of the best floor raisers in NBA history. Luka makes everybody better. Bron makes everybody better. And if your only problem right now is just getting your defenders healthy so you can
What about the
defend at a
middle, though?
competent level, you're good.
What about the middle, though?
What
Because
about who?
what about the middle?
What do you mean the middle?
I mean, the center position,
What about it?
the back end. Because now you're putting pressure. You're putting if you go small, right?
What do you mean go
Are you putting
small?
Braun at the 5?
Oh,
Like if
you
you
got
go
Jackson
small,
Hayes, you got Vandy, you got DFS.
yeah, but who's covering on the back end though?
Yeah, but
When you
the Lakers, I don't care what lineup you put in, they're never gonna have a small lineup on the court. Luka's 6'8", Bron 6'8", 6'9", DFS and Vandy 6'8", 6'9". No matter how you slice it, just because they don't have a true center don't mean they're small. They don't have a whole bunch of 6'1" guards running around. Luka is 6'8", Bron is 6'9", 260.
yeah, but those are not their size isn't really is size an issue though.
And
You're
Bron
talking
is
about
defending at the
size, but they're not.
4-5 this year.
Yeah, but you're talking about size, but you're not talking about size in comparable to defense though. Like, yeah, they're big, but Luca's big, but he's not a guy that defends, even though he's big though.
But
Like him
Luka's one
being
of your
big
best rebounders.
is not a
That's part of
yeah.
defense. Look, yeah, man.
I agree
Like
with you. Yeah,
people,
you're right. I
like
mean,
first of
you're
all,
right with
Luka's
that.
not going to turn into Tony Allen in 2 weeks, right?
No, no, we're
It,
not asking for that. No,
no,
we're
there's
not
nothing
asking
you
for
can
that.
ask Luka to do on defense that's going to make him a better defender. If teams, I don't care how good of a defender you are, if teams
Mhm,
consistently target you in the pick and roll, you're going to get cooked. If you can take Tony Allen, you can name any great defender.
mhm.
If the team decides that we're going to pick on you in the pick and roll and they go at you consistently in the pick and roll, you're going to get scored on. So the guys are too good. The pick and rolls are too hard to defend. So just like at the end of the day, it's just on JJ Redick to adjust his entire team defense around like how do we as the team blow up these pick and rolls. And
Mhm.
and if you're allowing Luka to even have to defend 1-on-1, then something's going on wrong with your team defense. So they'll fix that. I mean, they'll fix that going into the playoffs. Like I think people just
Yeah,
like picking on Luka
but
because
we're not asking Luca to be the greatest defender ever. But would you agree that a lot about defense has to do with effort? And do you
yeah,
think that he's
but
putting
Luka
the
is
effort out?
6'8", 250. You can
Yeah,
only
but I
ask him to
see.
move laterally. Like there's a literally a physical limitation to how well he can move laterally. And if a guards are getting him in the pick and roll, forcing them to have to move laterally, well, at the end of the day, you you're just like there's nothing Luca can do. Like unless you have some type of magic pill where he
I
can lose
don't.
30 pounds and get quicker overnight, it ain't gonna change. Luca is who he is.
Yeah,
He got
but
to the finals
that's
last year the same way. Like, did you think the Dallas Mavericks sat around last year with Kyrie and Luka in the backcourt and said, "Oh man, we can't defend, so it's over with"? No, they just figured it out.
yeah,
They got
but
to the
you had
finals.
that's not a fair comment though because you had
What?
you had defenders on the back end though that covered
The
up for a
Lakers got
lot of.
defenders on the back end.
Okay, okay. I don't know why you're making this excuse for Luka though, but because a lot of defense, a lot that has to do with defense is effort, right? So
No,
are you telling
no,
me that you're excusing the effort that he's given? And I'm
no,
confused
but
here.
y'all act like this. Yeah, y'all take
Mhm.
y'all take one or two possessions where he might be fatigued or he might give up on a play and say he's not giving effort. When you watch Luka for the whole game, there's no way I could, especially with the way he rebounds on the defensive end. There's no way I can run around saying he's not giving effort.
No,
Right? This
no,
is a guy on any given night
I
who
disagree with that.
actively participates on the defensive end. He's one of your best rebounders, right? He's a big body down low. Is he horrible in the pick and roll? Yes. But can you manage that as a team? Yes. So at the end of the day, all this he doesn't have effort. That's just you looking at one or two plays saying, "Oh, Luca, man, he gave up on that play." That happens. I just saw a
No, I
highlight
don't
reel.
say
I
I don't
literally
say that. So you're not going to hear that
I'm not
from
talking
me.
about you, and I don't really care what you
Oh,
say. I'm
okay,
just talking generally speaking. I'm saying I just
okay.
literally saw on Instagram somebody put a highlight clip of Kobe giving up on plays. And we all know that Kobe was a guy that gave effort on defense. But at the end of the day, if you really want to clip something up of people giving up on plays, you could clip and make it push a narrative however you
I mean,
want.
yeah, you could put that about everybody. But
So at the end
here's
of
the
the
thing
day,
that
this
I
is y'all in y'all mind. Y'all just a lot of people already have it set in their mind that Reeves and Luca are bad defenders. When at the end of the day, if I'm a coach, I'm taking Reeves and Luca any day of the week, and I'm gonna figure the defense out. Because as
yeah, but
soon as the
then
Lakers start putting all those good defenders in, but those good defenders like Cam Reddish can't score, then y'all gonna get mad because they can't score. So go ahead and put all the you can have all the good defenders you want. Just like a couple years ago when the Lakers ran into the Phoenix Suns in the first round, they had all them good defenders on the court, but they couldn't score. They got ran out the first round by the Phoenix Suns because they couldn't score. So at the end of the day, we can, at the end of the day, you can only ask Luca to do so much defensively because they're just going to target him.
right. But here's my thing. Here's my thing, FYF. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not one of those people that said, "Oh, Luka is the worst defender ever," and blah 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 blah. I'm not doing that. The thing that concerns me, though, if I want to be honest, is that he doesn't defend. He does. It's the effort, the consistency. It's the consistency that I look at. I do watch a lot of Laker games, right? I watch Laker games actually more than I watch my own team sometimes. And the thing that I do notice is that he will. The thing that bugs me is that if he gets a foul or he perceives to get something, but he perceives to be a foul, he won't get back on defense. He will just stay there arguing with the ref, right? And he won't get back on defense. At least get back on defense, and then you can make your argument. Like that's one of the things that frustrates me. He's constantly barking at the rest, and there's a thing where one of those players that went golfing with some of the NBA officials, and they take that stuff personal. They don't like players complaining all the time about calls.
And well, I mean, Luca's been doing that his whole career. That people have cried about. I mean, at the end of the day, that's
Hmm.
just who Luca is. He's gonna cry to the refs. Almost every star in the league does it. Brian does it. Brian does it all the time too.
Yeah, but at least Braun most of the time will get back. Like he will get, and he'll just die on that play. So he'll go, let's say he goes to the
And
basket and he perceives that he got a foul, right? He doesn't get the call. He'll stand there while everybody's
that's
getting
one or
back on
two plays a
defense.
game. He's not doing that 30
That's,
times a game.
I never said that. I
So
never
if he
said
only
that.
does it,
But I'm saying
which
it's a bad, go ahead.
if he only if you're telling me that max he's doing it 1 to 4 to 5 times a game, I'm not really pressed about that because when at the end of the day when you talk about Luke
Oh
on the
my
defensive end,
God.
he's easily one of your best rebounders on the defensive end, right?
Why are you
On any
making
given night.
excuses for this guy? Come on,
These are
F-White.
not
Come on,
excuses.
man.
This is what I look at when I look at basketball. I don't run around targeting a player's deficiencies. I'm always looking at, okay, this is your deficiency. How can we work around it to get to the win? Because at the end of the day, if JJ Redick is running around crying about every player's deficiency, he's never going to find a way to come up with solutions to get around it. So JJ Redick right now, he has very good problems on his hand. You got Luka Doncic and you got LeBron James. That's a good problem. If you're telling me I got to start a playoff series with Luka Doncic and LeBron James, I don't care who the other three guys are on the court. I got Luka and LeBron. That's a very good problem to have. And if you're telling me all I got to do is come up with a defensive scheme to help these guys out in the pick and roll, well, get to the drawing board, JJ Redick. That's actually not particularly super difficult to do. As you've seen, Jackson Hayes has been really good at helping them out. Vandy's been really good at helping them out. DFS has been really good at helping them out. The new guy that they just
How about
signed.
you go to your what's wrong with going to your star player and say, listen, bro, I
Oh,
need more effort. I need more effort from you on the defensive end. Is that a crime?
because
Like, are we supposed
because
to baby this? Are we supposed to baby
because
this dude and
infamous. See, this is
put
what
a pacifier in his mouth?
infamous. This is
Like,
what's
come
happening.
on, man.
When you
Go
run
ahead, go ahead.
around with these general statements of giving more effort, Luka gives effort on the defensive end. At the end of the day, he's just getting scored on and getting beat. And y'all consider getting
No,
scored
I'm
on
saying
not
his
giving
effort
effort.
is not consistent.
Yes, it
I'm
is
saying
consistent.
he gives effort. I'm not going to deny that. I've seen Luca actually. There was a game where he got like there was like two steals. What game was that? It was a game that they were playing at home. Can't remember what team they were playing against, but yeah, he actually was playing. He played the passing lanes very well. He actually got
There
around
is
two or
no
three steals.
way, there
So
is
I'm
no
not.
way on the
Go ahead.
defensive end you can average close to 10 rebounds and not be given effort. So at the end of the day, you can gripe about him getting scored on. He's still one of your best defensive rebounders. You can gripe about a lot of stuff, but he still does something productive on the defensive end that I can work with. Is he the best on ball defender? No. Is he the best in the pick and
Nobody's
roll?
saying
No.
that.
So
But can we cut down on the blow bys? Can we at least work on that?
hold on. This is so infamous. It's like this.
Okay.
I hoop. I don't know where you are in your basketball career, but at the end of the day, if me and you play one on one, I don't care how much effort you give. There's nothing that you can do to stop me from blowing by you.
Okay. Okay. Answer this question then. I didn't want to do this. Answer this question. Answer this question. Last year, right? Last year, what was LeBron James criticized for?
Hold on, what did
Can
I
you answer that
criticize him for?
question? He was criticized for his defense, right? You're telling me he was criticized heavily for his defense last year. All the
Yeah,
all the newspaper articles, everything was criticizing LeBron on his defense.
no, that's not true.
Wouldn't you say, let me finish my statement. Wouldn't you say that LeBron's defense has significantly improved this year because he's giving better effort?
No,
Okay,
that's not why
I'm
it's
done.
better.
Yo, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead.
See, before the Anthony Davis trade, the Lakers were below average defensively. The Lakers didn't start looking better as a defense until after the AD trade. So, were you making those same complaints while AD was here? Early this year? And where were you at for that stretch of games when Luka got traded here, where the Lakers had a top 5 defense?
Stop. Okay, don't say me. Don't say me. Talk to the prognosticators. Talk to the people that cover the game. That's what they were saying. Not me. You can point it at me, but you know that those articles and those sentiments were out there. And a lot of people have said this year that LeBron's defense has significantly improved because I'm sure he heard the chatter out there about people saying that his defense was bad. Am I right or wrong about that? Tell me if I'm making that up. Am I making it up? I can't. I think your mic might be breaking up. I don't know. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. So I'll start with this question. I'll just start one question. Was there criticism about LeBron's defense last year? Yes or no? Just a yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you, because can I, so let me go with the second question. Would you say that LeBron's defense is better this year or worse than it was last year?
No,
Yes or no?
Bron's defense this year is kind of like night and day because
Okay.
a lot of the a lot of the problems that Bron was having defensively
Hmm.
were just due to one, because they were consistently in drop coverage, they were asking Bron to do too much. And when you one are asking him to be the best offensive player and facilitator, and then come down on the defensive end and have to be that weak side help for AD because he's in drop coverage every play. And you have to consistently help him out. And then not only are you helping him out, you're having to go at that 4 spot. You're having to help and then recover to some of the best athletes in the league at the 4 spot, like the Aaron Gordons of the league. And at 39, 40 years old, he just wasn't able to keep up that level of defense. That's why last year, even this year, while AD was there would be some games where his defense looked really good, and then be some games where his defense looked really bad. Now, what you've seen since the AD trade is you've seen a more consistent defensive player in LeBron James, because now you've lessened his load defensively. They're not in drop coverage as much. They can switch more things, and they can do a lot of different things out of the pick and rolls other than just help a big who needs to be in drop coverage. That was Anthony Davis. So
No,
that's
you're
why their
right about
defense.
that.
So
I
that's
agree
why
with
their
that.
defense has been better since AD is gone, because now they're not
Yeah.
consistently trying to cover AD's ass, because you got guards charging down the middle of the lane right at AD's chest because you're in drop coverage, and you got people then diming everybody off for threes and dunker spot layups. So
Right.
it's a
No,
different.
I'm not going to
It's
deny
different.
that. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good.
I'm not
At the
going to
end of
deny
the
that.
day, the Lakers in the playoffs only need to control pace.
Okay.
If you control pace and you don't let these games turn into track meets, because if you look at the last couple of games that they've lost,
Hmm.
they've allowed teams to push the game to a ridiculous pace. When they played the Bulls the both times, what were the Bulls and Kobe White consistently doing? They just upped the pace
Pushing
to a
pace.
reckless speed, and they knew,
Yes.
well, if we make this game out of control, well, we can one, get Bron tired, we get more
Somebody's
shots to
mic is
score.
really bad. I'm hearing like an echo, kind of like a wind or something. Can somebody fix their mic, please? I don't know if it's
Yeah, I see somebody's mic echoing. I don't know. I feel like that's Go Mike's mic.
yeah, I just hear a lot of like almost like a wind tunnel. Yeah.
He hopped
I,
out.
I yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Honestly, FYF, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I think that is part of the his workload is less. I do agree with that. But I also believe part of it as well is his effort as well. Because defense is
Yeah,
about effort.
but efforts, that's not
But
a
as
solution.
well.
Like
As well.
I can't walk up to a player and say, man, I need you to give more effort, and think that that's a solution to solving something, especially at the NBA level. Like, you can't walk up to some guy and say, like, of course, if you're talking about diving for a loose ball or something like that, okay, yeah, that takes effort. But defending
Mhm.
in the NBA, one, it takes a consistent scheme. You got to give all 5 guys something to do. If there's a pick and roll out the corner, what do we do? If there's a pick and roll at the top of the key, what do we do? Right? If they get us in an empty set pick and roll, what do we do? All 5 guys need to be on the same page, and you need to simplify everybody's jobs. That's all you need to do.
No,
If you
I
just tell Luca,
go ahead.
Luke, if you just say this to Luca, if there's a pick and roll at the top of the key, this is what we want you to do on pick and rolls. If you're in the pick and roll, this is what we want you to do. If you're not in the pick and roll, if you're weak side, if you're strong side, and you give him very specific things, so Luca always knows where his help is. He always knows where he needs to push the ball, where he needs to contain the ball, when he needs to square off the ball. At the end of the day, the Lakers have already shown me that they have kind of gotten that figured out. Right now, it just looks like to me that they're just trying to get healthy.
Mm.
And
Okay.
I don't really the losses to the Bulls don't bother me at all. Right. I don't
I agree with you on. I completely agree with you. These losses to the Bulls and stuff. Like I was saying to Go Mike earlier, I go, the Bulls are in the Eastern Conference. You're never going to see them again. You won't see them
well,
till next year.
the
But
Bulls
go
been
ahead.
playing everybody tough. I mean, they made
Thank
they
you, thank you.
I mean, Giddy right now is playing like a
Yeah,
top 10 player in the league. He's like on a stretch right now where he's looking crazy.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so at the
He's
end of the
looking good.
day,
Hmm.
the Bulls are kind of on a tear. They're not
Yeah.
a horrible team. They're picking up pace. I mean, they're not going to win anything. They're not necessarily a threat.
No,
But at
they're
the end of
not.
the
They're
day,
not.
man, the
They
Lakers are
won me.
for
They
real, man.
won me money against the Lakers. I came on the panel. And I said everybody. I was telling everybody take the Bulls on the spread. I go. They'll make. They're a team that plays hard. They play hard. They may lose. They may lose in the end. But you're not. One thing you're not going to get is you're not going to get a weak effort from them. They're going to play hard, and they're going to play you hard consistently and push the pace. And I took them on the spread and won money because I knew that was going to happen. You're not going to run them
What was
over
the
like that.
spread for the Bulls? What was the spread? Like 6 points or
Well,
something?
yeah, I took the 10. I took them at 10. I bought them. I bought back and took them at 10, 10 and a half or something like that.
When they were down?
No, I took it for before the game started.
The spread was 10 points before the game started?
No, I took 10. I
Is it
took
like
10.
FanDuel where you can adjust it or something?
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can adjust it.
Oh
I
shit! I'm
always
about to
take
say, I'm
I
like,
never
man, that's a
take
big ass spread.
I never take what they give me. Never take what they give you. That's the key. That's always the trick. Never take what they give you. Always like buy back or something. So I knew I bought it at 10, 10 and a half because I knew I just to be safe, I could
Bro,
have I could have took it.
there's no way you cashed out on that. What you win, like $5?
No, I threw a lot on it. No, I won a lot on it.
Bro,
But
if you
I don't
moved the
play
spread to
heavy though.
10
I'm not a
points,
heavy better though.
you would
Huh?
have to put like $1,000 on there to see like maybe $100 profit. There's no way there was money on a 10-point spread.
Yeah, there was money on it. There was money. But you got to understand, I threw it in a parlay. It wasn't a parlay.
Okay. Well yeah,
When
maybe
when
if you
I do
parlay
when
it.
I do spreads like when I do spreads like that, I parlay them. I usually parlay them. No more than three. I usually do like a three leg. Always do a three leg, nothing more than three. So that was it was part of a parlay. That's why.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, the Bulls give a consistent effort. I knew they were gonna make it close because that's what they do with all teams. But do you think there's a correlation with the Bulls playing as well as they playing with the exit of Zach Levine?
I mean, I don't know, man. I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're just playing hard right now. I mean, the Bulls are. I mean, they're a fun team to watch. They play hard, man.
Yes, yes.
They gonna go at you offensively all night. They're not gonna defend very well, but they're gonna go at you offensively. So
And
I mean,
Kobe White.
I've always been a
Kobe
big fan
White
of
is
Josh Giddey's game.
underrated, man.
Who?
Uh, Kobe. I think Kobe's underrated.
I don't think he's underrated. I
Uh-huh.
think he's. I just think with DeMar gone and with Zach gone, he's kind of getting thrust into that Norman Powell type of role where
Mm,
I can go do whatever I want offensively, but in all honesty, he's a third or fourth option on a good team.
mm.
But I
Here's
mean,
what. Go ahead.
he ain't leading you no championships.
No, no, no. He's a good secondary third. I don't know, whatever you want to put him at. Here's where I disagree with you. You said that you can't just go to a player and say, I need more effort from you on the defense. That I disagree with you because I've heard players in interviews, especially either during a timeout or after a game. You know, like when they interview players after the game. And I've heard players say to the reporter, they'll ask them about the game, and the player will say, "Hey, the coach wanted me to give a little bit more effort, or put a little more effort in this, and put a little more effort in that." So I don't understand how you can say that. coach cannot go to a player and say, "Hey, I need more from you on this particular on the defensive end, or on I need a little bit more from you." When I've heard it out of players' mouths when they said that, so I don't that
I
confuses
mean,
me.
of course, when you're in front of a mic and you're in front of a camera and you're trying to give sound bites to a reporter, you're going to say that. But in all reality, in a game, if I'm coaching a game, it's hard for me to just walk up to my player and say, "Man, I need you to give more effort." What I'm going to tell them is, like, for example, with my big man, I'm going to say, "You need to get up and you need to start hedging on these screens." Or I'm going to say, "Oh, you guys need to start switching everything and talking." At the end of the day, I'm not running around like, "Give more effort, guys." I mean, that works for like third graders, but
No,
at the
no,
NBA level,
you're making it sound. Come on now, you're making it sound cartoonish. That's not what I'm
no,
saying.
because it is
Come on.
cartoonish.
No, it's no. I'm saying that you can go to your players. You can go. You're telling me that coaches or assistant coaches. Matter of fact, sometimes maybe the head coach doesn't want to do it. You're telling me that an assistant coach or a head coach is not going to a player and
That,
say, "Listen, man, I need you to push up a little bit more. I need more effort from you on this bit." Like for example, in the film room, right? You're telling me that they're not pointing these things out and say, I need a little bit more from you on this particular play, or you need to, you know, they're not saying stuff like that. Are you telling me they're not? When the player himself has said that the coach has said it. So are you saying all these players are lying, or they're just
but what I'm
exacerbating,
saying
or they're
is, if you,
exaggerating what the
what I'm
go
saying
ahead.
is, if you're not
Go ahead.
specifically identified a specific element of defense, you cannot just walk up to a guy and say, "I need you to give more effort." Because the next question that should follow from any good player, effort at what? Because because generally a coach will say, "I'll need you to give more effort on the glass." Generally, when a coach says, "I need you to give more effort on the glass," that means go. If you're a small guard, you might have to go in and muck it up with some bigs, box some people out. If you're getting posted up by a big, I need you to give effort, dig into his legs so they can't throw it over the top. But at the end of the day, the effort is attached to a very specific element of defense that you want them to key in on, and then you have to follow it up with something to do. You can't just say, with all the things that go on the defensive side of the floor, you cannot just say, "Hey guys, give effort today and we're going to win on defense." No, you
No,
need
no,
very
no.
specific
Well,
instructions.
maybe if you're Darvin Ham, but anyway.
Darvin Ham is one of the best defensive coaches in the league.
No, I'm talking about when Darvin Ham was, people were making fun of Darvin Ham when they were that soundbite where he was writing on the, what I'm talking about, when
I
he was
mean,
making up simple things like, hey, get out there. Like he wasn't actually doing plays. There was one soundbite where they actually caught him and he was just writing stuff on the board that said, defense, or, just writing, you know, subsequent words that really had no meaning. That's what I'm referring to. It's a joke.
because the one thing you
But
cannot do in
mhm,
basketball, you can't
mhm.
coach effort. And it's either you don't have to tell players to give effort. Their motivation is the paycheck. Their motivation is being on the NBA court. That's why I
You would
say
think
all of
that.
these guys are out there playing hard.
Uh, uh, mm, I wouldn't
It's
say that.
it's very few times where I can watch an NBA game and I see guys not playing hard. It's very rare.
For the most part, we would think that, but you can't tell me that there's not guys out there that are just like, hey, you know what? I'm getting my check tonight. It is what it is.
Yeah,
You
and
would
the
think
guys that
that.
are
You
selling the
would think
game, you
that.
could easily tell. You don't see that very often. You just don't.
Well, there's a thing called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and they say once certain needs are satisfied, there's a part of you that may become a little bit complacent in life. Like if think about it, if my all my bills are paid, all my everything is taken care of, and I'm just playing a game, there can there can become a little bit of complacency in your life because you really don't have anything to worry about. You know what I mean? Everything's taken care of. You're not worried about where your next meal's coming from and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. So
but when you're in the
there
NBA
could be a little
game,
bit of and your contract is guaranteed.
yeah, but
That's
in the
another thing
NBA
too.
game,
Uh-huh.
if
Go
you're
ahead.
showing a significant lack of effort, and you're just not playing hard, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to come out the game and you're going to come sit on the bench. I mean, it's not very hard
And
to
you think that
for
some
a
guys
coach.
care about that if their contract is guaranteed?
Yes,
You
a
think
lot
that
of
you
guys
honestly
care
think
about that.
no, I'm no, you saying a lot of guys care about that, but you know there's some guys that don't care about that
But
because they
who?
know
Like,
they're
give me an
still getting
example of
paid.
somebody who just wasn't giving effort,
I
went to the bench, and just didn't care.
I'm saying I'm not I can't probe and tell you every guy, but I'm saying you're telling me in all the players in the NBA, you're telling me that there's absolutely zero guys that
So
that
what
don't
I'm
have that in
saying
their mind.
is, it's
But that's my
rare.
point. I'm saying that there are guys there. There's got to be guys in there that are like
No,
that
I'm
that
not
don't
saying it
care.
doesn't happen. I'm saying
Yeah,
what you're describing is rare, and I'm almost
you know
positive.
why it's not rare? Because guys on podcasts have mentioned it. Guys
Okay,
on podcasts have mentioned guys that they played with that just cared about the paycheck.
okay. Just
They
because you've heard stories about it happening,
okay.
when have you seen it happen? Specifically with this Laker team,
Yeah,
since
but
we're
how can
talking
I
about the
say
Lakers.
what how can I say that I've seen it happen? I'm not in the mind of these guys. I'm just saying that I'm just saying if you balance the equation, there's gonna be guys that will display that level of complacency when it comes to
Okay,
a
give me an
sport.
example of one player who's displayed that.
I can't give you an example. Ask
And,
Gilbert.
and you
Ask
can't
Gilbert.
because
Maybe
it's
he'll tell
rare.
you.
No, I know Gilbert can tell me, but the
Yeah,
one thing
Gilbert
I
could probably
know,
tell you.
but the one thing
Yeah.
I know is that Gilbert's probably gonna
Gilbert
give
may
me
have
a
told you.
Gilbert is probably gonna give me 5 names out of his entire NBA
Okay.
career. He's not gonna give me 7 guys per team.
Not I never said that.
What I'm saying is it's rare.
Oh, okay.
And you cannot take the few and use it as a generalization for the whole.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm saying based on psychology. I'm just doing it based on psychology. Just based on psychology, strictly psychology. When all your needs are satisfied, uh, house, house, clothing, food, shelter. There is a level of that's why I respect the guys that even though like I respect I don't care what anybody says. I respect LeBron James like you would never believe because guess what? He's a billionaire and he's still out there playing. He doesn't have to get up and put the spend, $2 million on his body with all the pains and aches. I'm sure this guy wakes up with pains and aches and every part of his body hurting every day and he still goes out there and plays. I respect guys who everything is taken care of. They don't have to worry about anything from this generation to the next generation. His kids will be taken care of, and he's still out there giving effort and playing at a high level. I respect guys like that. So I can't say anything in regards to people that are play at the highest level and consistently go out there and give that effort. No, I can't. Nothing I can say about that. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to be honest. I'm speaking for myself. There might be a little bit of complacency that creeps into my mind if I know that everything is taken care of for me. I don't have to worry about food. My bills are paid. There might be a couple of days I don't really feel like doing it, going out there and giving 110% because my contract's guaranteed. And I'm sure if I'm thinking it, there's got to be a certain level of players out there that think the same way. It's just human nature. That's all I'm saying. Right or wrong.
No, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be right.
I'm sure there's days that you probably don't want to get up and coach. By the
No,
way, how's your team doing, by the way? How's your team doing?
we're doing good. We
That's
got
good.
it. Doing good.
Are you guys you winning it?
We should, yeah. It's
Where you
just
guys at? Where you guys at now? Where you guys at?
on a record,
Yeah.
31-6.
Wow. That's good, man. That's why I respect your opinion. But I know people they say what they want to say about you, but you won a championship. If you play and you've won a championship, and you already know what it takes to get there. So I respect any opinion that you have to give.
Becky
I'm not
just
going to
got our
talk to
rings
some of these
today.
cats who don't play and want to have their opinions. I respect you. I respect what you do. It's not easy.
Yeah, that's
You've
cool.
been there and won. Yeah.
Where you go, Mike? Go, Mike here.
I don't know, man. Mike is probably sleeping, man.
No, I ain't.
He's probably.
What? Sleeping? How?
What's up,
I
Playboy?
ain't sleeping, nigga.
You're not sleeping? Okay.
Hell no. I'm just listening to these tapes, man. I mean, I'm not gonna comment on them, but I'm listening to them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm listening too.
Listen. At the end of the day, man. I mean, we can all have difference of opinions, but you just keep it respectful. I don't agree with everything FYF said, but he's entitled to his opinion,
This is the
and I'm sure he
most.
doesn't agree with everything I say.
This is
The one thing I know for
Mm-hmm.
certain is
Mm-hmm.
that effort crap is all BS.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, you could get it. Like I said, I could put you on the court with Kyrie Irving and tell you to give effort. And the outcome, I don't care how much effort you give.
Come on, you're being silly. Come on now.
No, I'm
I can
just what
put you
I'm.
on the court with Kyrie.
No,
How about you
no,
put yourself on the
bro.
court with
No,
Kyrie?
but hold on. But what I'm saying
So
is
yeah,
this
for
right
me.
here. It and
Yeah,
it
go
and
ahead.
it doesn't matter. Like I could just say a D1 player. Like I can like it doesn't even have to
Uh,
be Kyrie. What I'm saying
mm-hmm,
is if you don't give someone instructions on what to do, like and how to go about doing it,
mm-hmm.
then no matter how much effort they give, the end results are going to be the same. So that's why I think when people say, "Oh, Luka's not giving effort," it's a lot deeper than that because
I don't
there's
agree with
usually
that.
other issues going on.
Yeah,
No, I
okay.
don't agree. Yeah, I agree. You can effort has I here's what I do agree with you. I can agree with you on this, FYI. Effort has to come with instruction. I do agree with that. Like the two are like brothers and sisters. I agree. Like there's got to be. You can say yes. The intelligent thing you can just say yeah. Go out and give effort, but that effort should come with a level of instructions attached to the effort. I do agree with you on that.
So it's like coaches
Go
always
ahead.
say this. I'm always going to take the guy that gives effort because I can coach him to do anything.
Hmm.
So of course, if you see a guy that's going balls to the wall and with giving effort and sprinting the floor hard, you're going to say to you in your head, well, shit, I can coach him up to do anything. He's going to do it at max effort, just, but at the end of the day, like right now with Luka,
Hmm.
without some of the defenders, without Jackson Hayes consistently getting minutes and being healthy, without Vandy, there's no way he's going to be able to do some of the things that they need him to do defensively consistently because those elite defenders aren't there to plug up the gaps that they need him to plug up. So
Yeah, but would you agree though, if he gave effort with instructions, I'll put those two together, right?
what
If he
instruction?
gave a little bit, huh?
Like effort with what
Okay.
instruction?
Well, that's bearing on the coach. I don't know what to tell. I'm not a coach. I'm just saying, like, that's why I attach the instructions with it. So if you say, Luca, I need a little bit more effort with you with instructions, telling him what to do, right?
Effort on what though?
Wouldn't that help? Wouldn't that help also? Because you got to in basketball, everybody's connected, right? That's why I love OKC. I love OKC because everybody seems connected on that team, right? Wouldn't he make LeBron's job easier, Jackson Hayes' job easier, a lot of these guys' job easier if he would give the effort, the little bit more effort with the instructions? I'm just saying.
Bro, he is like
That's all I'm asking for.
you can't give effort running if you can't say he's like if I have a guy who's getting 8 to 10, 12 rebounds a night, he's giving effort.
No, on the
Get,
defensive end, though.
uh,
On the defense, on defense.
Rebounding is defensive. That's why they call it defensive rebounding.
Yeah, but just because your defense is not just rebounding, because a rebound could just fall in your lap. You can't just come on, F like you're smarter than that. Come on now. The ball can just carom off the rim and land in your lap. Does that mean that you're giving defensive effort? Come on
Okay,
now. You know
so
better than that.
how many guys in the NBA are averaging 8 to 10 rebounds, and the ball is just caroming and falling into their lap?
No, I'm just saying, but you can't just base it just off that. My point is you just can't just base it off rebounding. That rebounding shows that
No,
you're giving
what
good
I'm trying to
defense.
explain to you is
Okay, explain to me then. Go ahead, please.
y'all take Luca getting scored on as him not giving effort. That's just him getting scored on. Because we don't know what is scheme and what is not scheme. There's so much in
That's not what
NBA.
I'm saying. Go
There's
ahead.
so much in NBA where teams, according to the scouting report, you will allow guys to drive certain areas on the court, and you'll play and live with the percentages. So how much of what we see with Luca is scheme, and how much is him having mental or defensive lapses or breakdowns? And
Yeah,
I'm
but
not seeing
if he's having defensive lapse and breakdown, that is part of effort, though, isn't
I'm
it?
not
I'm
seeing
not.
when I watch the Lakers play, I'm not
Okay.
seeing that many defensive and mental breakdowns from Luca consistently enough to where I feel like I would have to end the game saying, "Oh, he was the reason why they lost." Because at the end of the day, if you go to this last Chicago Bulls game, I mean, if there's anyone to blame for
Oh,
that loss,
goalpost moving.
no, no, no.
Go
If
ahead.
there was anyone to blame for this last loss versus Chicago Bulls, having mental breakdown after mental breakdown, the number one culprit you would point to is LeBron James.
I knew you were going to say that.
He was directly involved in all 12 of those last points that were scored by the Chicago Bulls. And it had nothing to do with no Luca.
Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of people don't talk about this, but that inbound play, right? That last inbound play where LeBron messed up. I agree, he messed up, right? From what I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't have a timeout, right?
I don't know.
Okay. What I heard is that he didn't have a timeout. There was no timeout.
It doesn't matter.
They used up, okay. Can I explain it and then you correct me? Correct me in what I say? I just want to flush it out. I'm not making an excuse for LeBron. Okay. He had no timeout, right? When he threw that inbound pass in, right? Wouldn't it be comparable for Austin Reeves to come to the he went away from the ball. He didn't come to the ball. If I know that there's no timeout, I can't call a timeout, right? Else it's just going to be a violation. Sorry, not Luca. Austin Reeves went away from the ball. If I know that LeBron's in trouble, wouldn't it be comparable for him to get closer to LeBron to receive it so he doesn't get that violation?
At the end of the
Correct.
day,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
especially on inbound passes, it's the passer's responsibility to not turn over the ball. If you throw a
Correct.
soft, lazy pass inbound and it gets stolen, which is what he did, that's on the passer. I don't care what Austin Reeves was done. I don't care if he forgot to play. The one thing you don't do is you don't allow there to be a live ball turnover right on at the other team's basket. At the end of the day, what you do is you try to throw it off the other team. You try to do something. So you try to throw the ball to your end of the court. But what you do not do is you do not allow there to be a live ball turnover right in front of the other team's basket so they can scoop the ball up and score like they did. That is 1,000% on LeBron. He threw the pass. He has to own
Hmm.
that. I don't care what Austin
Yeah,
Reeves did
I
or did
agree
not
with you on
do.
that.
The passer's
Hmm.
responsible. And I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, come on, LeBron just got to be better. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
you
Here's what
cannot
I'm
blame
saying.
Austin Reeves for that.
No, no, I'm not blaming Austin Reeves. I'm just saying it would have helped. It might have helped. I'm not making excuses for LeBron. That's why I said initially. I'm not making excuses for LeBron. But if I know that we have no timeouts, and then we're reaching up close to that violation where he could be violated because he didn't get the inbound pass in time. Wouldn't it would have helped if Austin Reeves came closer to the ball
It
in order to.
the last thing you
He went
do,
away from it. Go
it
ahead,
don't
and it was tough.
matter. You do
Okay,
not throw a lazy inbound pass onto the basketball court on the other team when you're at the other team's side of the court and they can just scoop the ball up and score the ball. If anything, if you feel like you're in under any duress,
hmm
you get that ball thrown to the other side of the floor. You do not allow there be a live ball turnover right there on the court. And if at the
I
end of the
agree.
day you have to throw it into your back court and the Chicago Bulls scoop it up on the other side of the court and then they have to bring it up, so be it. But a live
Yeah,
ball
but
turnover right under the Bulls basket, that's on Brian.
Austin. Okay, Anthony Easton said he would have been better taking the 5 second. But if you take a 5 second violation, isn't that a free throw?
No, it's just a
It's a turn.
turnover.
Oh, it's a turnover, right? So
It's a
they get
dead
because
ball turnover. You can set your defense. Live ball
okay.
turnover, you cannot set your defense. The Bulls grabbed the ball and scored it. He can just take the 5 second violation.
So
Fuck
he's
it.
take the 5 second violation and let them
And
get the ball
reset your defense.
and
But if you
reset your
just
bit.
throw
Yeah,
the
okay,
ball
that makes
lazily,
sense. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. That makes sense. Yeah,
the dead
yeah,
ball turnover is way better than live.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I mean, Luca. I mean, not Luca. I keep saying Luca. I mean, Austin Reeves kind of didn't help the situation. I'm not blaming Austin Reeves. Trust me, I'm not blaming Austin Reeves, but I agree. But here's the funny thing about this. 2 weeks through 2, 3 weeks from now, we will not even remember this. That's the thing. It becomes micro. It becomes like under the microscope because it happened to LeBron. I keep saying this. When things happen to LeBron, it becomes like completely blown out of proportion, and people discuss it for 3, 4 days. But if they come back and win tonight, which I think they will, I'm going to be betting on that game. I think they're gonna take advantage of the Grizzlies being in a little bit of disarray, and I think they're gonna win tonight. Nobody's gonna. This is gonna be a foregone. Nobody's gonna think about the Bulls beating them. It's not even gonna be in anybody's mind. Next couple of weeks, people are gonna forget about this. In all honesty, that's why I think. Just like you said, I think in people take people micromanage every one of the Lakers games way too much. I mean, you gotta look at the season. You gotta encapsulate the season on a whole and look at the whole picture. You can't live and die with either with every win and every loss. And I've learned to accept that even with my own team. You can't live and die with every loss, man. You just got to look at the bigger picture. Say, yeah, you lost. Okay, you know, you'll get the next one. You know, but if you're willing to put that money down, if you're willing to put that money down, FYF, they're not make. I don't think they're making it to the finals, and we can go there. You can put the nuts on the table. But you can think about it. We can revisit this at a later time. I'm willing to put the money. I think OKC is going to make it. It's too much I've seen from OKC for them not to make it.
Man, FYF, man. Everything he said was cap, top to bottom.
I know, Mike. I really could have, Mike. Sometimes you just gotta leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta.
I left it alone,
I know
but
you wanted. I know you wanted
that
to say something.
that's why I went on mute. If I went on mute, cause I'm like, man, if I stay off mute too much, you know what I
Uh,
mean? It's gonna go. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I did what you and LaFonso asked me to do. Y'all asked me to let people, say bullshit and you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to FY. I appreciate him coming on, and I appreciate the knowledge and insight that he gives, but I
I'm just
can't, man. I come on, man.
I'm just doing what you and the Fonzo. I'm just doing what you and the Fonzo asked me to do because I
Okay.
want to see a whole lot of shit. I want to see a whole lot of things.
I know you wanted to say something. I'm like, I know. You know what I was thinking, Mike? I say to myself, Mike is listening to this, and I know exactly what he's thinking in his
So I was like, I was saying to myself, like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I knew exactly what you were thinking. I'm like, Mike is thinking, come on, man. I can't be listening to this. Mm. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're all entitled to our opinions,
Man,
man.
and I was shaking my head like, what the fuck? Luca and Austin Reeves with they defensive liability. See, here's the
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
When Dirk Nowitzki, let's say Luca had
Hmm.
prime LeBron James,
Hmm.
I wouldn't care if he don't play defense because LeBron in his prime,
Hmm.
he could cover up Reeves and Luca by his damn self. I
Right,
mean, this
right.
man took Booby Gibson and Mo Williams, who are neither known for defense, to the
Hmm.
finals.
Hmm.
But he ain't that no more. He's an older. He's in year 22.
Hmm.
Luca not playing defense on the Mavericks is different because on the
Yes,
Mavericks
yes,
everybody's
yes.
younger. Like Kyrie is in his early 30s. Washington's
Hmm.
younger. Was a rookie. They had a lot
Yeah,
of
and
guys that was
they
young
have
on
better
that team,
defenders. They have better defenders.
better defenders. On this team,
Arguably, yeah. Go ahead.
and you got to count that Kyrie was younger, right? He's in his early 30s. You're not playing with the young Kyrie. You're playing with the old aging LeBron James. That's not gonna cut it. Like people ain't talking
Mm,
about that. Luca and
mhm,
Reeves being a liability is gonna cost them even in the playoffs. When the game slows down, you still can hunt Reeves, you can hunt
mhm.
Luca. And what I've noticed with Jared Vanderbilt, he
That's
got a
true.
habit of
That's true.
he got a habit of and you know how he said when Vanderbilt comes back and he's at full strength, Vanderbilt been at full strength the whole season. He been playing full minutes, full time. Now he's not in the starting lineup because of Rui Hachimura.
Mhm,
He's not on the bench because he hurt. He's not hurt. He's on the bench because Hachimura is a better fit because he can shoot and he can defend. Right?
mhm.
You look at Jackson Hayes. He said that Hayes been injured. Right? Didn't he say that? Hayes has not been hurt. He's played the last couple games. He's played all of them, full
Mhm.
minutes. So what he said is out of context entirely. Vanderbilt's not hurt, neither is Hayes, and they still suck defensively. So I don't want to hear that shit. Jared
Yeah,
Vanderbilt is a gambler.
I disagree. I told him. I already told him I disagree with the assessment because
He's on
here's the
Jared.
thing. Here's the thing, Gold Mike. Do you remember what happened to them when they faced Boston? Do you see how they
Oh
were
yeah,
hunting? How Jalen Brown was like he looked at him and saw dog food. He saw like a
yep.
Happy Meal
But
and
they weren't just
you
hopping.
know
They weren't just hunting
juicy
Luca.
steak.
They were hunting
Yeah,
Reeves too.
they were hunting
They
Reeves
were
too.
hunting both. They were hunting
So
both of them.
how are you gonna fix that? Especially in the playoffs, how are you gonna fix that? You can't fix that.
And and another problem for Luca and Reeves as well,
Hmm.
right? Is that all OKC got to do to the Lakers is force them to go to the basket, and when you do that, you got Hungram at the basket. You got Hornstein at the basket.
Hmm.
So the Lakers' biggest weakness is going to be how do you get to the basket on Hungram and Hornstein, and then how do you get your
Yeah,
shot off when you got Luke Dort in your fucking shirt? You got Wallace up in
yeah,
the middle.
yeah.
You got
That's
different dudes
I forgot
all up
about
in
him.
you. Austin Reeves don't like physicality. He gonna run away from that shit.
You know what they call Dort? They call Dort the torture chamber. You know why? When he puts you in that torture chamber, you ain't breathing. That's the kind of defense he can play on you.
And it's not just
And
him. It's a combination of people on that team. I mean, that whole team they
yeah,
all play super physical, and that's gonna really bother Austin Reeves. I love
Hasten
Austin
Wallace.
Reeves. Hmm?
Cason Wallace, people don't talk about. Cason Wallace is one of the best defenders in the league. People don't talk about him. That's
Yeah,
another defender you have to worry about.
yeah, and that's why I'm telling you, Reese is gonna struggle to get his shot off against
Bro,
LA.
I don't even, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but and you can all have the dreams. Like I do want the Lakers to win just for LeBron so he can shut up the haters. But I just got to be honest at the end of the day, and I'm just, I,
Only way LeBron can win,
it's gonna be tough, man.
only way LeBron can have a shot at winning the title is that
Hmm.
Reddit gotta somehow wake up and put Reese on the fucking bench. That's the only way.
I do
You
believe
gotta
Reed
get
should be
you
coming
got
off
you
the
gotta
bench,
get him
but
off the court.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
get Reese off the court. If I'm the Lakers, I'm starting Goodwin. Come playoff time, I'm starting Goodwin. I'm benching Reese. Either I'm starting Goodwin. If I ain't starting Goodwin, I'm starting Vanderbilt. And if I ain't starting
I
Vanderbilt, I'm starting DFS.
It'd be tough to start Goodwin because here's the problem. Goodwin is still, he's still a baby. He's still fresh from the womb.
He plays
So
defense,
he may not he doesn't have that playoff experience.
but he's gonna play
Yet.
defense. He's not gonna let people just walk by him. He gonna be
Yeah,
physical.
he does play hard. He does play
He
hard.
gonna play
And you know
hard on
what?
defense. And you need that.
Hey Mike, you know what I noticed about him too? He's not a bad rebounder
Nope. He gonna
for
rebound
his
and he gonna
size.
defend.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he's not afraid to foul motherfucker if he got to. If he got to foul, he gonna foul you. He ain't gonna let you
yeah,
just
yeah.
walk by him and get a bucket like Luka and Reese
Right.
is. That's why I say. That's
Yeah,
why I say you got to
yeah,
take Reese out and you put
yeah.
in Jordan Goodwin. And you know why I say put in Jordan Goodwin? Because
Right,
he just got his first NBA contract. So
uh,
right now that it's still fresh to him. So
right,
he gonna
right.
come out there and he's gonna play like he got nothing to lose.
Mhm.
He gonna
I
play
mean, shout
hard.
out to FYF. I respect it, but I have to disagree with him on that, man. This whole
And that
Luca thing,
nigga and look, Jordan
I don't agree.
and look, Jordan Goodwin is starving because Jordan Goodwin knows he knows
Yes,
that let's say LA win the title, then he can
right.
ask for more money. And if
Mhm.
the Lakers don't give him more money, guess what? Somebody else gonna
Hey,
pay that motherfucker.
hey, Mike.
Somebody gonna pay him.
I just thought of something. You think that Goodwin is not looking at Reeves and say, "Nigga, I can take your spot."
That's how
You
he look.
nigga, give me that seat. Give me that
He
seat.
good was looking. He's looking at it from the standpoint of if I win a title, somebody gonna pay me some serious cash. You saw
Mhm.
how when the Lakers last won their last chip, Rondo got
Mhm.
paid, Caruso. I mean, multiple dudes was getting paid just crazy, stupid bags.
Yeah, he's
Dwight Howard
hungry.
got a
He's
stupid
hungry.
bag, shit like that.
Yeah, he's hungry.
And
He's
Goodwin,
hungry.
and you got to think, Goodwin hasn't had a guaranteed contract
Mm.
outside of this one. So his mindset is if I can win a chip, then I can get more. So he gonna play hard. He
Ah,
gonna rebound. He gonna do all the little things, you know what I mean. If I'm
right.
ready, you gotta start him. Get him in the rotation. He's fresh. He's hungry. Get him out there.
Good. Yeah, he's
You can't
hungry.
keep
He's
playing
hungry.
Reed. Reed got to go. And look, you need a bench. You know why? Because come playoff time, when LeBron get tired and Luka get tired, you're gonna look to your bench and say, okay, who can score the ball? We don't have anybody on the bench that's going to score. Gabe Vince is going to hit some shots. Connect
Hmm.
going to hit some shots.
Hey,
But Austin Reeves off the bench will be nasty.
hey, Mike, but Riddick loves his white boys too.
That's the detriment. That's the detriment of. That's the detriment of. That's what you know. What you know. What AC infamous. I compare this to
Hmm.
what Manu Ginobili. Manu Ginobili could have easily stayed in the starting rotation, but did you hear what he said? He said that he came off the bench because it was what's best for the team. And you know what?
Yeah, that's a
Him
good
coming off
point, Mike.
him coming off the bench, it proved to be deadly for the Spurs.
Hmm. Yeah,
Him coming off hitting them
Mike.
threes and
I'm not
shit.
gonna lie. That's one of the best. Yo, that's one of the best. That's one of the best points you've made so far tonight. That is a very good point, by the way. That is a
I'm just
very
gonna
good
keep
point.
it real.
Man, I gotta
I'm
give you props for that. That's a really good point, in my opinion.
even
Go
another
Mike.
great point. Lou Williams. Lou Williams used to be a starter, but guess what? When he started coming off that bench and he became 6 man of the year, all kind of shit. I'm just saying, there's quite a few guys that you can go to over the NBA history and say, okay, this guy came off the bench and he made the biggest difference. Reese could be that different off the
Reese can
Great
be
Yeah,
that
point,
but
go
different.
Mike.
but look at
But
James
today
Harden
with
when
Reed,
James
he
Harden
younger
was
than
on the Thunder.
all those
When James Harden was on the Thunder, he
Who?
was 6 man.
James Harden was daily off the bench. This shit I'm talking about. If Reese came off the bench, just think about it. He would have the ball in his hands more, which means now you can produce more offensively, and you're playing against backups. You're playing against guys that's not going to be that good, which means it'll be easier for you to score.
Plus, he got a high IQ.
No, but his IQ
Uh,
gonna go through. His IQ is gonna skyrocket because you got to think
yeah,
about
but
it.
here, yeah, but
If
you guys are missing. You guys are missing one point though. In the playoffs, he's not going to be going against backup because you shorten your lineup in the playoffs.
Exactly.
it'd be all your best players.
Yep.
no, but Isthmus, you know why I partially disagree?
Go
Because
ahead.
he's going to come in the game when your main guys is already tired. Your main guys have already been huffing and puffing, going up and down the court, running up and down, back and forth, and he's coming off the bench. You got to think about this. Reese is averaging 19 points a game in the
I don't think
starting
Mike.
lineup. You
Go
hear what I'm
Mike. You
saying?
only playing like eight players during the playoff most of the time.
Yeah, but
They
bringing
Yeah.
Reese off.
good players.
But here's what I'm saying though, LaFonso. If you bring Reese off the bench, that's cheating, bro. That's straight cheating. Because you gotta think he's already averaging 19 in the starting lineup. You bring him off the bench when
But go
everybody's
Okay,
Mike.
Mike.
tired.
Go Mike. That's
Woo,
regular
But you have
season
some
though. That's
10
regular
players
season.
you're
nobody.
gonna have
No, I'm
playing.
just saying, huh?
No, I get what Mike is. I get what Mike is saying. He is partially right about that because what you can do is you can stagger his minutes. You can stagger his minutes in the starting lineup, meaning that you don't play him for the whole. You put him in the starting lineup, but you cut his minutes short in the starting lineup, and you bring him in quickly. You put him on the bench. You don't let him play out the full first half or the full first quarter, whatever, and you can stagger his minutes, make it shorter.
Okay, so then
So I
somebody go look
go
up
ahead.
Austin Reeves' last 2 years of the playoffs and tell me what he scored. He's nuts
He's
up
been
during the
he's been
playoffs.
bad in the playoffs.
Yeah,
He's been
because
bad.
he's playing an awful lot of minutes, which is why I feel like guys can wear him down. If Reeves is playing like for me, I believe Reeves is not meant to be a starter. I say that because his body
I agree.
build, you know
I
what I mean?
agree.
He gets tired. In the first half, he looks good, right? But then in the second half, he wears down. So what I'm saying, with me, Evans is saying, if you could preserve his minutes in the first half and save his legs for the fourth quarter, late third quarter,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
what you do.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
I
Mike,
mean, yes. That's
do
what
you
we're
think
saying.
the 6th round draft pick is gonna do something in the playoffs?
Oh,
Reeves.
Reese can do something in the playoffs if the Lakers use him rightly. If I'm ready, you let Luca and LeBron carry the offense in the first half. Late third
Mike,
quarter, fourth quarter, that's when you unleash Austin Reeves.
when the money's on the line, when the money hits the hardwood, do you think he's gonna put his tail up his ass and be a little bitch and be a little
He
white boy?
he's gonna be a bitch as long as he's playing 4 quarters straight. He's gonna be a bitch because his legs he don't have the legs of a what am I trying to say? His legs is not meant to last 40 minutes a night. He's not built to play 40 minutes a night. He's just not. His body's not built for that. But he's
Go Mike.
playing that.
Let me ask
And
you a question.
here's one thing that people are not talking about. Reese is getting a very generous whistle in the regular season. I don't think he's going to get that same generous whistle in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So go
I'm
ahead.
not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Go Mike. Let me
Will
just
LeBron say?
understand what you're saying. So are you saying save him for the fourth quarter and just bring him in the fourth quarter or the second half? What are you saying?
I'm saying in the first two quarters, I'm gonna still start him to start the game, but I'm not
Hmm.
gonna play him the whole. I'm gonna limit his playing time in the first two quarters, and then when the third quarter come, I mean late third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, I'm unleashing him because LeBron James, if you notice, LeBron be tired by the fourth quarter. He be gassed. That's when Reeves can say, you know what, you tired? Go to the corner. I got you. He could just take him and Luca could just go hammer. At that point, you need to save Luca and Reeves for the late third, fourth because LeBron gonna be huffing and puffing. After two quarters, he's already dead. He's already
Wait,
got hands
wait.
on his hips. He had a gas,
So
all kind of shit.
so you finna win a title like that? You mean
You no. I'm not doing it in the conference finals or the final. I'm saying the first two rounds. The
right?
first two rounds I'm doing that. In the conference finals, and you got to go all out. Conference finals and the finals. But I'm talking about
Okay.
just for the first two rounds because that's what happened against Denver in the conference finals. I believe Reed was tired because they played him a shit ton of minutes against Golden State, and they put him a shit ton of minutes against Memphis. And by the time you got to Denver, you got to play in that fucking altitude, that suffocate altitude. The
Who
nigga was tired.
who okay, so who do you replace for Reeves starting then?
No. I'm starting him, but then I'm not. I'm gonna limit his time. So I might start him for the first few minutes and then pull him out. And when I pull him
Oh,
out,
okay.
I'm putting the other white boy in.
I see
Either
what you're saying.
Connect or Wilkins.
Okay, well, okay. I'll see. Well, you should be coaching the Lakers, sir.
I'm just saying Dalton Connect needs to get rotation because if you can get him cooking, then that can give you some Reeves minutes. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna need Connect to hit them threes. Reeves, Reeves gets tired in the second half too. He get tired, Luka get tired, LeBron get tired. What I'm saying, LaFonso, we can't have all three of our best scorers tired in
But
the fourth quarter.
you don't think Dalton Connect coming off the bench is huge?
Yes, it's huge, but Reddick's not playing him enough time for him to be huge. Like he let him come in, and then as soon as you get like one foul, you sub him off the game. You're not giving him a chance to make his imprint, and that's my beef with Reddick. You're not giving Connect enough respect. He's just not.
I don't know, man. The games I've seen, he been playing quite a bit.
Stick to
Uh,
your
and-
pack,
and-
brother.
I'm a Lakers fan, so don't do that, Stage. I'm a Packer and Laker fan, diehard Laker fan, homie. I got Lakers
You,
shoes on right now, talking to y'all.
you more knowledgeable on the Packers. Though. Stick to
This, this
stick to
nigga said he got
Wisconsin,
on
brother.
Lakers
This nigga
shoes.
said I got on Lakers shoes.
Hold on, Snage, Snage. When it comes
I
Hey,
got on
hey,
Lakers
Mike,
draws, homie.
hold on, pause,
I
big
got
pause,
Lakers boxers. What the
pause.
fuck?
Hold on. Did you just say that you got on Lakers thongs?
Whoa,
Draws,
whoa,
nigga.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Draws.
whoa,
I said,
whoa,
I
whoa,
said shoes. I said
whoa.
shoes.
Draws, my G. Boxers.
Why
I
would
So
you?
that
know.
make
First of
me a
all, why
number
would
one
you be?
fan.
Yeah, but man,
What's
but
some
we gotta ask
Lakers
this
sweat? Hold
question.
on, you ain't let me finish. What's some Lakers sweats with a LeBron jersey on?
With the
With
Lakers
a you
draws.
feel me?
Yeah, but why are you on a panel with a bunch of men telling everybody on the panel that you have Laker draws on? That's not right,
Come
bro.
on,
Yeah,
bro.
That's a
no.
little out of
Y'all,
Can't
bounds,
be
y'all,
bro.
too
It's a little out
fast,
of
G. Come
bounds.
on, homie.
y'all's
I was
minds in the
fucking
There's no
around
building.
because
women.
this
There's no
bro,
women on this
said,
panel. There's no
Y'all's
women
minds
on
in
here.
man, shut up, bro.
your
I don't even
minds.
know who you is, but you need to
Yeah,
shut
that's
up
a
because
that.
your take
Yo,
be
that's a
Hold
little
trash every
extra
time you
moist.
Mike,
talk, and all you
Mike,
do
on,
is
Mike
beat
got
it
on
every
Laker
time I hop
draws, man.
on.
That's why he's saying
But
everybody's in the
hold
Yo,
building.
on,
that's a little moist, my dude.
Infamous.
That's a little
okay,
moist, my
then,
nigga.
like I said, brother, I was fucking
Y'all minds
around.
in
Could
the
have
building.
said tank tops. I could have said a shirt, pants. Because bro said he had on Laker shoes. He think he a Laker number one fan.
You said
That's
you
what
got
I
on
was
I am.
Laker
saying, wrong,
draws.
brother.
I am number
Come
He
one.
on,
said I
bro.
got on Laker
Uh,
draws.
Yeah, hold
okay, so let me guess. You have LeBron. You have
hold
LeBron's
on,
piece at the
hold
front
on.
of it.
Infamous. I
Yeah,
call. Hold on. I call
I,
time. I call.
bro need to beat
Hold
it.
on. Hold on. I call timeout. Snake. What me and Snake are saying? We just messing around talking basketball. Y'all taking it too serious.
Yeah, on
Calm
hey,
God,
down.
hey, Mike,
please.
Hey Mike, I got on Laker draws.
Hey, go, Mike. You want to know something? Go, Mike. I will never, ever, and I mean ever, wear Denver Nugget fucking shoes. What the fuck?
We're all just playing around, man. It's not that
Yeah,
serious.
man. Yeah,
Calm
yeah,
down,
man.
man.
We just
Calm down.
trolling you, man.
I would
Yeah,
never
we're
go
just
to Denver.
trolling, man.
I would never go to Denver with that tight ass air. Fuck that.
I
Hey,
should have
nigga
said
said this
Laker
nigga
cry.
said
It's
tight
nice there,
ass
man.
You
air.
My man probably has some Laker spandex on, man. Come on.
Chill, man.
Oh
You just
shit.
you just mad because your team. You just mad because your team's in the lottery. Shut up.
Hey, go,
Spandex.
Mike. If you come down here and the air is that tight, that your clothes too tight, brother. That's all.
I ain't trying to no because down in
Nah,
Denver,
it was just
down in
funny because bro said he had on some Laker socks, so that made him think he was the number one Laker fan, brother. That shit was
no
just
no
the
no.
funny
I was
point
wearing
about
no
it.
no no. I
You
Hey,
respect
yo,
you.
Mike probably has those pants that you can see how much change he has in his front pocket, man. That's how tight his pants are, man.
I'm just glad you're not a Boston fan. I'm just glad about that. Infamous. My whole thing is this, bro. My whole thing is this. You're mad because your team's in the lottery, and LaFonso, I ain't going to Denver because if I go to Denver, I'll be breathing like this. the,
You probably
Bro,
right, brother.
you're
the air,
joking, man.
and this dude Infamous over here talking about my pants. At least I got pants.
Hey,
I'm
go,
gonna,
Mike.
I'm gonna
Hey,
ask
go,
y'all a
Mike.
question with this: Are the Lakers are in trouble? Yes or no, bro? Regardless,
Yes, we in trouble
why you
Hey,
think that? Homie?
because of Austin Reeves.
Because I
He
was
needs to go
watching
to the
ESPN this morning. I mean, I was watching First Take in the morning, and Stephen A. Smith. I mean, not Stephen A. Smith, but Kendrick Perkins said the Lakers are in trouble.
Yes, we are because of Austin Reeves. Austin
and,
Reeves need to
and,
go to the
and,
bench.
and go, Mike. Let me just say this. By the way, I saw a video of you playing basketball. You was breathing like that in Dallas, brother.
By the way,
But go ahead.
Lafonso, we
Go ahead, though.
but by the way, Lafonso, we finna sweep y'all in the playoffs. Just know that.
He was breathing like that in Dallas because he thought that Mo 3 killer was looking for him.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Whoever killed Mo 3, you a bitch. I'm just gonna call it a bean.
He
Whoever
been
whoever
locked
Okay,
killed
up
so
Mo
go,
though.
Mike. You saying y'all gonna beat us when you just said that y'all was gonna lose to us? Which one is it?
I ain't gonna lie, Lafonso. I ain't gonna lie. After the shit talk you just did on me, I gotta sweep y'all.
Hey, hey, Mike. Hey, Ronnie passed away too in Dallas.
Who?
Who?
Ronnie.
Rodney, who's that?
Ronnie?
Who? Who's Ronnie?
He's a Dallas rapper.
I don't
Who?
know him.
I don't
He's
know
from
who that
Who's
is.
Dallas.
on the phone?
You talking about Ronnie, the dude?
I know Sauce Walker just got
Yeah,
shot.
he's affiliated with Sauce,
Man,
but
why they
they're
fucking with
beefing though right now.
why they fucking with why they fucking Mo 3 for? What did Mo 3 do?
I don't know. But Yellow Beezy just bailed out on 705K bail.
Y'all think P Diddy gonna bail out too? Hell no.
he can't.
You heard Young
He
Scooter
don't have a
died.
he don't
Hey,
have a bail.
hey, Mike, you heard of this rapper named Stunner for Vegas?
No, never heard
Oh,
of him.
Yeah.
okay, he's from Dallas.
Yeah. And RIP
He's
Young Scooter just died some hours ago too from Atlanta.
Mike,
What's
he from
going on, man?
Mike,
On
who
his
the who the
birthday.
one who the one died, who the one
you
died from
heard about
Dallas? UCH.
Ronnie,
I mean HC.
Ronnie, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no more running. That sounds like a first name. What's his rap name?
yeah, that's his rap name.
That's his rapping.
So look,
Little Ronnie.
Y'all remember?
yeah, hey,
Y'all
hey,
remember
Mike, you
Boosie got
know,
shot in the
Why
leg
is
down here
hip
in
hop
Dallas?
why is
eh,
hip hop the only music genre where people catch what, if you know what I mean?
I'm gonna
Galaxy,
give
Like I
y'all.
bro.
don't
I'm
get
gonna
it, man.
give y'all some
Because
Galaxy.
infamous. Hold on,
most of the rappers
hold on.
compared to the
Go ahead.
R&B,
Go
the
ahead.
rappers all in the streets.
hey, Mike, do you know this rapper
Yeah, but
named
there's still we gotta
Go
cut this shit
Yayo?
out, man.
His name is
I'm gonna
Go
say. I'm gonna
Yayo.
say one thing about. I'm gonna say AC real quick. I'm gonna say one thing about Dallas. I love Dallas. That's my hometown. But boy,
Hmm.
the fucking road, the fucking potholes in the one way streets and shit. The shit's terrible. Too many potholes. Too many potholes on the ground. It's too
Hey,
many
hey,
one way streets. And the reason why I
I ain't
say
never been to
one way
Wait,
Dallas,
street,
but
wait
I
a
don't know
minute.
about that.
Wait a minute. You don't drive.
that
no,
nigga,
but
he talking about walking. He talking about
but
walking over
listen,
the potholes.
Wait, walking in these potholes?
you
No,
let
he
me
ain't
Or
walking.
he
He's
might,
running with
or
he's
he
running with
might
his
be in the
clothes.
Uber. He might be in the
can
Uber.
I, can
Go
I
ahead,
finish what
Mike.
I'm
Go ahead.
saying? Can I finish what I'm saying? Like I'm
Go
saying,
ahead.
bro. Now, if you ain't been to Dallas, the potholes one way streets is bad for for a reason. Because you gotta think about it. If you driving on your side of the street, right, it's a one way street, and you got somebody who's dumb as fuck, and they assume that it's a two-way street when it's not, and they drive on your side of the street, they're at risk to get you in an accident. Secondly, with the potholes and shit, that can fuck your tires up, your car up, all kind of shit. Am I wrong on
And
that?
go,
Y'all
Mike. When
niggas
you
tripping.
step in a
You got that
pothole, go like
everywhere.
the wrong way, you
You,
could twist your ankle too.
You need
you
to come to
sounding,
Toronto, man. You need to come to
yeah,
Toronto.
I don't.
Come to
Mike.
Toronto.
You sounding like a Packer fan that ended up in Dallas.
I'm from bro. I'm born and raised in. Here's the thing. My whole family is diehard Laker Packer fans. You know what I mean? But we all from Dallas though.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
No,
Hey
it
Mike.
ain't.
Hey Mike.
Mm.
Do you know it's
Hmm?
potholes everywhere?
Uh,
Everywhere.
no,
We have
but
some bad ones here
no,
too,
but I
man.
can't. No, but I can't speak for everywhere. I'm just saying down here, bro. These streets need some fucking work. They need some fucking work. Seriously,
Mike,
huh?
how far you live from the Dallas Cowboys Stadium?
I stay by the restaurant Ball in Dallas. Have you heard of it before?
Never.
You
No.
never heard of the restaurant Ball?
Well, no, I'm from California.
Yeah,
I stay about
Mike ain't in Arlington where the Cowboys play at.
I
Welcome
stay
to
by
the
the
Wild
restaurant
Wild
Ball.
West.
I stay by the restaurant Ball in Dallas. Literally, there's a guy named Antisocial. He actually works at the steak place right next to where I live at in
I
Dallas.
remember Antisocial. I remember him.
Well, go,
Yep.
Mike.
I
How
see
how
Anti
how
all the
far
time.
how far are you from the stadium though? The Cowboy Stadium.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
stay
That's the
by the
question.
I stay I stay by the restaurant. I stay by the restaurant Ball in Dallas. So I'm probably like 40, 45. I want to say
45
45
minutes?
minutes away. Like 45 minutes.
Wherever it's called. Where's the stadium at?
It's in
I've
Arlington.
never I've,
It ain't in Dallas.
Oh,
I've
okay.
never been to no stadium outside of
Arlington,
Packers.
Okay.
Texas,
I've
something like that.
It's
I've
like
never.
it's like maybe like 30, 45 minutes from Dallas.
Where's it?
Oh,
Where's it
okay.
located? I've never been to
Arlington.
no. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I stay by the restaurant Ball in Dallas, so it's a restaurant Ball. I stay
That's,
by.
that's a good
I stay
thing. You
by a
don't know
steak.
where it's at. You from the
I just know
area.
Texas is big
I've
as
never been
fuck
down
too.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, go, Mike. Is that what
I stay in Dallas.
antisocial work at?
What part of California you from?
I'm from the trenches.
Anti a big dude too.
What trenches you talking about? It's
I
a lot of
see.
trenches. I'm from the trenches too,
San
actually.
Bernardino.
I
Okay.
see Anti all the time, Lafonso. I see him all the time.
Yeah, is that the restaurant he work at, huh? I know he's a chef or something
He
like
he
that,
stay by
right?
the he stayed by the steak place. He work at the steak place in Dallas, and I literally live. I live in between the steak place he work at in Dallas and the restaurant Ball in Dallas.
Yeah, but you're
Oh,
not
okay.
explaining who antisocial is. Who the hell is that dude?
He's a head chef at the steak place. I keep forgetting the name of it, but he's the head chef, and he
He
can
Uh,
he's
actually
he
cook.
he's a YouTuber. He gets on here sometimes. He don't run a channel, but he be on all the channels.
Yeah, we
He can
all the old school heads know who Antisocial is, man. We all know who he is.
like
he
in
can
the Dallas
he can
area
make
though.
he can make some hell out some steak, bro. That
Oh man, he
on
used to get
the
into. You
dime.
remember those roast battles that him and Ticket used to get into, man? Those were classics, man. Him and Ticket used to have some good roasts,
Hell
good
yeah.
roast battles, man. Back on the old channel, on the old Ticket TV channel.
Back on Vine and shit.
Antisocial was the
Yo,
king of
bro,
bro.
Mike, I gotta
He
say
was.
this, man. I've
I'm gonna start
officially
telling you.
unsubscribed. Mike, I
Right.
want to say this. I officially unsubscribed from Ticket, man. I can't take it anymore. This guy doesn't even talk sports anymore. I officially unsubscribed from his channel. All he talks about is
Man, that's how
Diddy.
you know my channel better than Ticket, man. That's how you know.
Uh,
That's how you know.
I'm done with him. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh,
This guy
all
doesn't
right.
talk sports. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk sports anymore.
Mm.
Hey, it's
All he talks
because
about is
the
Diddy.
edits, the edits are crazy. If you can
Yeah.
I ain't,
perfect your
I ain't
edit,
gonna, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. ACM Infamous. If I could tell you one thing from Ticket, it should be his editing skills. His editing skills is
Mm.
like next level.
Nowadays, anybody can edit though.
If I could just learn how to edit,
That's what I keep telling Go
huh?
Mike, man. You can learn how to do that, bro. Why do you doubt yourself? You should always tell yourself you could do anything.
Tell her where to. I told him just go to YouTube. YouTube show you how to do everything.
Just a matter what program you got. Or you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hire Young Snake as my editor.
Nah,
No, Go
you
Mike.
gonna take an
Do it
L on that.
yourself. Master that shit, man.
I told you. I got somebody who'll do it for you, Mike.
Oh,
Hey, Mike. I got somebody who'll do it for you, but he charges 100 an hour.
100 an hour, bro. You smoking
Just get
rocks.
get your buddy FYF to do it, man. FYF is good at that stuff.
Hmm.
My nigga from H Town, he'll do it for you.
And FYF
But
will
what
probably do it
what
for you
but
for
what
free,
kind of
man.
Man, he
what
charging to.
what kind of editing you trying to do, Mike? You got to explain yourself. Like what? Like something new or what?
I need an overhead board for the channel, and then I need some intros and outros and
I,
shit like
I told
that.
you to holler at
Pretty
Mike.
much.
Get yourself a
He on your channel
soundboard.
right now. Mike, he on your channel right now. Just holler at him.
Who? Who?
AC. AC pick. He charging
AC
100 an
knows how to
hour.
do editing.
AC Prince.
shit,
AC.
AC,
He
you
be
know how to
better
do
than
editing,
AC?
bro?
not shit, not in the level of Ticket.
Oh God.
You got to start somewhere, though. Gotta start
Okay, he'll
somewhere.
charge you $50 an hour then. And you just send me the other 25.
All right, let's hit back. Let's hit back to sports. Mike, I got a question for you, Mike.
$50.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
What do you think about Russell Wilson going to the Giants?
What?
I think
When did that
I
happen?
think Russell Wilson. I think
A couple
Yeah,
days
that
ago,
if
I
was
if
today.
believe.
hold on. Let me
Oh,
answer. Hold on. Let me answer that. Let me answer that. The first thing I'm gonna say is this, young thing. You're not gonna like it. But the first thing I'm gonna say to that. If Russell Wilson can get a fucking job after the way he played last season, Aaron
mm.
Rodgers should be able to get a job too. I don't give a damn because
But
Russell
Aaron
Wilson's
Rodgers, Aaron
washed.
Rodgers,
And
Aaron Rodgers is supposed to get his old job for the Steelers though, and the Steelers ain't moving towards Rodgers though.
Aaron Rodgers waited too long.
But
Mm.
Russ, but the thing, Russell, they made it to the playoffs.
Yep, exactly. Russell won his first 4 games with the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacking, even though he lost his last 4 or 5. But he
And
got
he's
you to the
younger,
playoffs.
and he's younger.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is washed like Rodgers washed. So if Wilson can get a job, so can Rodgers, right?
Yeah, but you
They
guys
No,
are
would have to
missing
learn
one.
the
no,
job
Wait a
then.
minute.
no.
Wait a minute. How you guys are missing one big point.
Go
Russell
ahead.
Wilson was only there as the backup. The only reason why he played is because the main quarterback got hurt. Correct me if I'm
But
wrong.
Justin Fields,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Russell
Remember,
was hurt.
he wasn't there to be the main guy. Am I right or wrong?
So that just
I
Russell
so
supposed to
mean,
that just
been the
that just
starter,
makes my
but he got
point more
hurt.
valid
hold up, but you
then.
got to understand when you get traded to a quarterback position, it's a competition. You got to go through training camp. Who's going to win that starting position? You hear me?
So so right now
Yeah,
you're telling me that
but
Bryce Young can start from Aaron Rodgers? Hell no. Andy
and
Dalton? No.
wait, Go
I
Mike.
think
What do you
I, I
say that
think I think
again?
I think Aaron Rodgers should go to Minnesota.
They
I
don't want
told
him, they
y'all, Aaron
said.
Rodgers held off too long. He was gonna go to the Giants. He was gonna go to
No, the Jets. No, 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 don't do that, LaFonso. The fucking Jets cut him. The
No,
Jets
It was
cut
a,
Rogers.
I'm sorry. The Giants.
it was the Giants was gonna get him, but they changed their mind.
Yeah, the Giants was gonna get him, and then
So
there
the
was some
Giants
talk about
changed their
him going
mind
to
for a wash.
Minnesota.
So
Aaron
they
Rodgers
changed
should
their mind for a
retire.
roster.
He
No,
should
no, hold,
retire.
hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. If Rodgers should retire, Russell Wilson should have retired.
He
The
got a
fuck?
job
He
though.
washed.
Go, Mike.
Man, he shouldn't have got a
What
job.
did
That nigga
how
That's
does
like
washed.
Russell?
that's like
How
hold
does
on, hold on,
Russell
hold on, hold on,
Wilson?
hold on, hold on. That's like you and your homie going to an agency to get a job. You go with your homie to be like, come on, let's go to the agency, get a job. You get hired and your homie
If my
don't.
homie
And your
washed,
homie telling you, nah,
if
bro,
my
you
homie
might as
washed,
well not work like me.
But
if
but
my
the
homie
Giants trying to
washed,
the Giants ain't for sure who gonna be. They trying to see who gonna be their starting quarterback because they signed
they
one college
all
too before the
trash.
what's his name
Hey, Fanbo,
Who
who's
they sign?
Pittsburgh quarterback then? Fanbo, because
Jameson
okay, because Justin
seven
Fields went
thirty.
with the Jets,
Jameson's
right?
trash. You rather sign? Hold the fuck up. You signed Jameson over Rogers? What the
That's
fuck?
bad, bro. That's
Hold on,
bad,
hold
bro.
on, hold on. AC, show AC, play the clip. AC, please pull the clip up of when he was doing that dance and when he was getting the
Oh,
bags and
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, that nigga washed.
You
But
know,
the
That
thing,
nigga washed.
the thing with Jameson, he ain't gonna stay in the pocket like a Statue of Liberty and get sacked like Rogers.
no pun intended, because it's in New York.
Don't do that, Fambo. Fambo, why you do that, Fambo? Why you do that, bro?
That was
Why
cold
you doing
blooded.
Aaron Rodgers like that, man?
I think if
Hey,
Aaron
AC
Rodgers,
told,
I think if Aaron Rodgers
AC
don't
told him
get,
going to kick Aaron Rodgers stay in the pocket like a Statue of Liberty.
I think if Aaron Rodgers don't
No,
get
don't
picked
say that.
up,
No,
he
no,
returns.
Fanbo, ain't y'all finna get that boy out of
no. Show the clip of
Colorado? Dion's
Jameson.
son, Fanbo.
Uh, uh, uh.
Y'all ain't.
No, they got Geno Smith. They got
We
Geno.
going we going for the running back
They got Geno
from
Smith,
Boise.
LaFonso.
That's,
You forget about that?
Oh, did they? Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, they did get
They
Smith.
got
That's
Geno
if
Smith
right.
as their quarterback.
Yeah, but
That's
I
we
think
went
right.
his
to
best
They
bet
got
is
Geno now.
Minnesota.
Mm.
Aaron Rodgers is basically falling in Brad Favre's footsteps. If you look at it,
yep.
And Rogers need to pack his bag and go home, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Difference.
Yeah, we trying to get the running
I'll
back from
take
Boise
Brett Favre
State.
any day over Rodgers because Brett Favre was a dog.
oh yeah, for sure.
What
I'll
y'all
say
trying
the
to get
same.
that running back from Boise State?
Yeah.
No shit.
I want that.
Damn.
Who's the guy for Ohio State? The receiver, Smith. I want that
Yeah,
Smith kid on the
Smith.
Packers. I really
Yeah,
want him.
he's pretty
That Smith
good.
kid.
Now,
Yeah, that
I
Smith
ain't even
kid. I
gonna
would
lie.
love him.
I didn't even know who the running back from Boise State was, but I seen some
And he's a
highlights
big
on
body too. I
ESPN
would love
today.
to get him
That
first
boy
round.
was
I might do the share screen, man.
And the other what's the wide receiver from Arizona?
Oh, you already
That's
brought it
another
up.
guy.
Okay, I see it.
on. Where y'all think Peyton Manning's nephew gonna go to from the Texas?
I think he's going. I think he's staying with Texas another year, ain't he?
Now I think he's going to the draft.
Oh, did
I
he?
thought I thought I thought the other quarterback it was what's his
It
name
was the
Quinn.
starter. The starter was leaving, wasn't it?
I don't know. I got to double check on that, but I'm pretty
Unless
sure.
they both enter the draft.
Yeah, because Peyton Manning nephew, he was the backup. He actually started because the starter got hurt.
Yeah.
Might be right.
I thought he was
Y'all
coming
see
back another year.
Dion.
Y'all watch that pivot? Y'all watch the pivot, the podcast,
Which podcast?
the pivot
Uh uh
with Ryan Clark and the running back from Jacksonville and the linebacker from Miami Dolphins.
uh.
Well, yeah, they had a subject today when they the episode that I watched, and Asante Samuel was saying he was better than Deion Sanders.
No shit.
Oh God.
Damn. That nigga got some confidence, don't he? But it's too late.
Man.
Whoa, wait a minute. What did he say?
Asante Samuel just said that he was better than Deion Sanders. Asante Samuel.
Better at
You can
football or
you
better athlete? You got
no
to
better
clarify that.
cornerback.
Okay.
Yeah, better
Okay.
cornerback at that position. Maybe not better
Okay.
overall athlete, but at the position of cornerback, that's what Asante Samuel said.
Man, that guy's just looking for newspaper clippings, man. He's just looking for
Yep.
headlines. When you
Yeah,
say
that's
stuff
probably
like that, you're
good.
just
That's
looking for
probably
headlines.
cloud chasing. Oh
That's
God.
it.
Yeah, cloud chasing headlines. Yep, for sure.
AC,
Nigga
AC,
needs some
look at
attention.
stacks up. Let, us look at both
But
of these
here's the
stats.
thing: you shouldn't have to use Dion's name to get your say. You shouldn't have to use Dion's name to get your name out there, man. That's not. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Let me ask y'all this: if Travis Hunter goes to cornerback, where do you think he'll rank at the end of his career with
This guy
Dion?
looks
Maybe.
fruity, man. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? This nigga looks extra fruity, man. What is that?
Bro,
They talking
that's
about
Jameis Winston, bro.
he finna go to the Giants. They talking about they gonna get him.
Who?
No,
They
I
gonna
think he
get
going to the
Travis
Patriots.
Hunter.
There's a clip
Ain't
that's
ain't,
better than
ain't
this.
they talking about Travis Hunter finna get
That
drafted by
clip
the
is
Giants?
funny. Look at look how he's moving. That man moving extra fruity, man. Holy shit.
This
I
That
don't
one
think.
is
nigga
I don't
moving
think.
crazy.
extra
I
fruity.
think Travis Hunter in the NFL, man. I think he's gonna play receiver.
Receiver.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's gonna be nice. He's gonna be. Hey,
An
wait a minute. Did he
infamous
get rid of
man.
that girl?
Watch this
He
one,
got rid
man.
of the girl, right?
I
Cool.
don't
Nah,
know.
he's still dating her, bro.
He's still with her, I believe.
Oh my gosh,
So you
this
want to
guy's
say
gonna learn the
Hey,
hard
hey,
way, man.
infamous. That nigga ain't gonna leave her.
Bro, he
He's
deleted
gotta leave. He's
his whole
gotta
social
leave her,
media
man.
because of that.
That nigga p whipped.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yo,
Fortunately.
infamous, look at this shit here,
What
bro.
kind of weirdo?
Oh shit, go Mike. You know what? Go Mike.
What kind of training is this? This is the dumbest training. That is some weirdo training, man.
Go Mike.
That's retarded.
We
Oh
know
man.
James Winston. We know James Winston was a funny motherfucker when he walked out the grocery store with the what was it, the crab legs.
What the
Mhm.
hell? He looks, he looks retarded.
Hey, hey, infamous, that's a
Why
linebacker that's flying towards his direction, bro.
why does he look? Why does he look like radio? Why does he look like radio?
Oh
That dude
my
looks like
goodness, bro.
radio from the movie.
Bro think he training like LeBron.
This, and you know what's funny? He really thinks he's doing something.
That's what I'm saying. He think he
Wow.
training like LeBron. He think he spent $20 on his body now, $1 million.
He needs to get 10 of that dollar back.
Now he
Hey,
might be he might be at Planet Fitness.
Oh man. You know, LeBron spends millions on his body. This guy spends it like $10.50, man.
That's what I'm saying. He spent a membership.
Yeah, the membership. He only pays the membership fee. That's what he spends on his body.
But
damn.
he,
He pays the membership fee.
oh god, that shit
And the
good.
guy, the guy holding the band right now is a guy he picked up off the street, man. Probably some bum.
He picked that dude off the street like Happy Gilmore picked up his caddy off the street.
Facts. That is
Yo,
hilarious.
bro,
What
look
is
at this
wrong with
one.
him?
Yo, look at this one, man. It's crazy.
What is he? What the
Bro, you see the guy in the back, bro?
what kind of training is this? Oh my god.
Bro, look at his face, bro.
I'm dying.
Bro,
Oh, AC,
bro,
man, you gotta stop, man. You're killing me right now. I'm
bro,
choking.
bro.
That's some of the
Hold on.
funniest shit I've ever seen. What the
Turn the
hell?
volume on, bro. Hold on.
Hey, hold
Bro,
on,
I would have thought this was a spoof. Bro, I would
hold
have thought
on,
this was a spoof video.
hold on. What's a worse workout? That one or Dak Prescott pregame shit when he's twisting his fucking waist and shit, trying to that bullshit.
Yeah, but that's a little different, though. I mean, come on. This is worse. This is worse. This looks like it's a. You know what it looks like? It looks like a spoof video. It looks like somebody trying to spoof somebody. Doesn't even look real.
This
It's like a
that
joke.
this that $5.99 DVD workout video you find at the bootleg spot.
Facts.
James Winston is a motherfucking character.
This dude really thinks he's doing something. Look at this. Look at this. This is funny. Holy.
Yo, so right here,
Weird.
he's in the pocket and he's trying to avoid the
He's trying to
linebacker.
simulate the pocket.
Yeah.
But then the motherfucking Aaron Donald come through and blow his head off though.
Until somebody knocks his block off.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
funny. That is funny.
Man, Winston is a character, homie. Oh god.
Definitely is. For sure. Kind of weirdo workouts, man. This guy does some weirdo shit.
It's like a motherfucking episode of the Boondocks.
Facts. That's another show that needs to come back.
He's working on explosion and balance, but I think there's better ways to do that. Just go ask Alvin Kamara.
If he win the motherfucking starting job over Russell Wilson, if I was Wilson,
Mhm.
I'd have to retire. Oh god.
Oh
Facts.
man, they got boxing. No way. Keep
Hey,
Thurman.
I don't mind. Hey, boxing, I don't mind. I'm not gonna hate him for boxing. Boxing is good. Boxing is good. Boxing is good for all sports, actually. If you're a basketball player, you know,
That's for boxing is good for yeah, everything. Movement,
yeah, boxing is
uh
good for everything. Good
stamina,
for basketball, everything.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually went to a champion though. That's crazy.
You know what? Listen, when I did Muay Thai training, and part of the Muay Thai training is some boxing. Man, your cardio's got to be on point for boxing,
Nah,
man.
bro, you'll
I
throw up,
never
bro.
knew
That's
that
a
boxing
whole nother
takes so much
level.
cardio,
That's
bro.
another level, bro. Two
Bro, the
minutes and you
cardio in
cook.
boxing is crazy,
You'll
bro.
get
I
it.
never knew, bro. After 1 minute, I was breathing like you wouldn't believe, man. I was hunched
Yeah.
over.
You ain't
I didn't
never
realize there
seen
was so much cardio involved in
Infamous.
boxing, bro.
Let
yeah,
me
you
tell
ain't
you
never
Go
seen
a
that.
ahead,
funny
go ahead,
story real fast.
go
So
ahead.
I took this boxing class, right, just for training, but these people was taking it serious. So it was my turn to go in the ring, right? And after like the third, fourth round, I put my hands down. And the coach was like, bro, you can't put your hands down in a real fight. And I'm like, bro, this ain't a real fight, man. I'm just trying to lose some weight. And the dude
Hmm.
had like the thing to like where you're supposed to block, and he started like swinging towards my direction, like towards my face. Like I was like, bro, I mean, I quit so fast, but yeah, man, the gloves even become heavy because the gloves is like 10, 12 pounds, so it becomes to a point where you can't even have enough strength to hold up the gloves.
Man,
That is true. That is so true, AC. You are
I knew
100% on point.
I knew
You
boxing was a different condition sport to the condition too. When I used to look at the Mayweather YouTube workouts and shit was, you feel me? That shit was crazy.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Bro, you cannot slack. The thing with boxing, you gotta be, it's not a sport where you can just like slack with your workouts or slack with your conditioning. Your conditioning is gotta be on point, bro.
Every
A
month.
100% on point. Because if
You
your
gotta act like
conditioning is
you
not on
fight every
point,
month.
you're gonna get your ass knocked out. For
Yeah.
real.
That.
yeah,
But
yep,
bro, I was breathing just like HC said, you gotta keep your hands up. Even keeping your hands up
yeah.
is tough.
It's a workout
Bro,
itself.
is a
Man.
workout in itself. Trust me. Even keeping your hands up is a workout. It's
And
crazy, bro. I never knew it
imagine.
involved
They
so much conditioning, man.
they going 12 rounds. You feel me? So man,
Man,
that shit crazy. You gotta be on point in boxing. Other than like UFC, you got to be on point too, but they only fight like what 3 rounds or some shit.
Yeah, like 3 to 5 rounds.
Yep, 3 rounds, and then the championship I think is 5 rounds, right?
Yeah, it's still tiresome as hell though.
Yeah, it is. Get in the octagon.
This man really looked at the medicine ball.
Why was he shaking his ass like that? That's so extra moist. So weird. Guy thinks he's a bunny or something. Guy thinks he's like a bunny or something, like a
Yo,
dog or
yo,
like a dog wagging its tail or something. Weird, man.
That's why bro never won a playoff game. We looking at why he never won a playoff game.
hey, so there's a stat where he threw it as many touchdowns as he has interceptions. So I think he had like
Man,
50 or 30 touchdowns with 30 interceptions.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
so yeah.
That's nuts.
So yeah, he's the quarterback for the Steelers.
Giants. He's on the Giants now. He's the
Uh,
backup to Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson was the starting position.
So yeah, to Mike's point,
so
he
can
has
I
a
ask you
job, but
guys?
Aaron Rodgers don't have a job.
Sorry, AC. Can I ask you guys? Does he have to compete for that position or that position?
Well, any
I
quarterback
mean,
has to compete for the starter position no matter what team you on. That's facts. Every training
no. Does
camp,
Russell? Does Russell have to compete for? Or is it just his?
he has to compete for it. And he has to convince the coaching staff of the New York Giants through training camp, through his workouts, through how he practices and knows the playbook. He has to win that starting position. And then by week one, and then comes preseason, they're gonna let each of them get a chance to go out there too. But by week one, they're gonna make the decision like, okay, Russell Wilson, we named him the starting quarterback week one of the New York Giants. You feel me?
Hey man,
See, I'm different. I'm one of those guys that actually pulls for Russell Wilson. I think he gets a lot of unfair criticism because of that whole Sierra thing. I don't know why people get so
No,
caught up in that.
by him playing the sloppy seconds to Future's kid.
Oh, don't do that. You know me. Listen, if you've ever been with any woman on this earth, you've probably been a sloppy second. So don't.
oh
I don't know
yeah,
why
that's
people pull
facts.
that.
You always
You
got to
know,
remember this,
every woman
homie.
is a sloppy second.
You always
It's
got to
just your
remember
turn.
this.
Unless
It's
she's a
your turn.
virgin.
It's your turn, homie.
It's your
You feel
turn. I
Yeah,
me?
it's
know
your
you're gonna
turn.
say that.
Like everybody's a sloppy second. I know why guys
Bingo.
act like every woman that they ever meet or come in contact with is a virgin or something. Come on, man.
Oh God, it's
Every
just
Hey,
woman's a
our
hey,
sloppy
turn at the
second.
time, unless we
Infamous.
married a female.
I'm riding with you on that, man. Since Russell left Denver, I've been kind of like rooting for him, man.
I always
Now
root
what?
for him. He seems like a genuine cool dude. I don't know why people hate on him so much. I don't. I never got the hate that he got. Okay,
Long as
let's
he
be
ain't playing for
honest,
Denver, he cool.
bro. Let's be honest. If Sierra came to any of y'all niggas, you wouldn't turn it down. So stop it.
That's true.
Y'all
If Sierra
crazy,
showed up
man.
at your door right now and said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna
Shaking them
give you some
hips.
of this," y'all gonna act like, "No, no, man, I don't want no sloppy seconds. I don't want to be with you. You're a sloppy second. Come on, y'all, stop it, stop
Nigga
it.
gonna jump all
Y'all be
over that. They don't
lying,
even
man.
think about Russ.
It's facts. I know why people. I know why you. I know why some guys play like that, man. It's ridiculous. Man stepped up as a man. He took care of business. He's taking care, and they're still together. I don't hear no complaints. I don't hear her saying, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to be with him," or "I'm looking to get." There's no issues. If she's
Yeah, don't
happy,
they
he's
have
happy. We're all
kids
good.
together?
Yeah, they have kids. I think so. I think they have kids together. They seem pretty good together. He doesn't seem to have an issue. She doesn't seem to have an issue.
Boy, that girl used to shake her ass like crazy.
The only thing I will call him on though, some of the stuff that she be wearing. I would have to talk to her about that. I say, yo, you can't be my woman and be out here showing the goods like that. That's the only thing I would disagree
Well,
with it when it comes to.
well, I mean,
Facts.
she does have a
Facts.
song called "Goodies."
Yeah, but you can't have your woman out there express. You can. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, AC. He claims to be a
A
Christian man.
Christian man,
He
yeah.
yeah, and she
But I
claims to
mean,
be a
you know
Christian
how
woman.
that I mean they're putting that Christian thing like the same thing with all these other athletes. They put Jesus, but then at the same time
It's like a
they
Right,
shield.
right.
yeah like for example with my quarterback CJ Stroud, he was caught with Amber Rose, and that's the last person that if you're talking about Jesus getting caught with Amber Rose. So I
Mm-hmm.
think they just
Facts.
be
Yeah.
saying it just to say it,
And Rose is the
just because it
devil,
sounds
man.
good.
It's the farthest thing from Jesus.
It just
And
sounds
Rose
good.
is like this. It's like sin. Where she be going?
So yeah, you talking about Jesus, you call it Emma Rose, like come on now.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
a good point. That's a good point. Yeah,
A lot of people use it as shields, man. I'm telling you.
facts. Yeah, I just don't. I don't like when people play with Christian. I don't like when people play with it like that, though. Either you
Right.
are or you're not. Don't
Right.
try to use it as a shield.
Exactly.
But because guess what? You make others out there look bad, like the real ones.
Because what I always tell people when they ask me, man, I don't have no belief. I'm not a Christian. I'm not. I'm just. I believe that I'm just. I serve. I serve God my own way. I don't have to go to church. I don't have to do all that. And I
Yeah,
certainly don't use it as a shield. I don't get mad at
no,
somebody and
no,
start saying, "Oh, well, God this, God that," because some people use it in arguments, and I hate that shit.
facts.
I'm just a spiritual guy. That's all I can say. I might
Yeah,
not sound like
they
it,
use
but
it in arguments to prove their point, and they don't even believe it themselves. You know, facts.
right.
That's true. Yeah,
I
I
believe
agree.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a spirit. I'm with you. I'm a spiritual guy. I don't really subscribe to because you know what I found. You know what I found, bro. Some of
What's
the
that?
biggest hypocrites are Christians, man.
They are.
And guess what? Here's another thing. And I'm not saying all. Most Christians have Republican mindsets.
Mm-hmm.
They think like Donald Trump. Believe it or not.
That's true. And I don't know if I should say this, man, but I had a couple people tell me, man, some of the most horniest women is Christian women. I don't
That
know if
is
you ever
true.
heard of that.
I've heard that many times. I've heard when I used to go to church as a youngin.
I got some
There was
stories.
a bro. There the two baddest women I'm talking about when it comes to you know getting around were the two daughters of the pastor.
Dang.
Hmm.
Pastor had
and
two
then
daughters, and
and
they
then
were like the most promiscuous.
the pastor had his own thing. He couldn't resist.
Mm. I keep telling people most pastors are reformed pimps.
That's it.
That's how they
That's
know how
it.
to. You know why? Because that's how they know how to talk to people and how to talk to a congregation and how to swindle people because they have the mindset of a pimp. That's what a pimp
Mm-hmm.
does.
I
If you know
agree.
how to talk to women and you know how to talk to people, you can translate that mindset into becoming a pastor. A lot of them are reformed pimps. I'm talking in the black community mostly. If you got a way with words and you can basically convince people to do almost anything, you have you can become a preacher. You have the mindset of a preacher.
Also,
Yeah.
when you yell at the congregation, you hit the heart chakra. So now by you screaming at them, you got their attention. So now you can like slow down. Now you open up the pockets.
Yeah, because everything in church is like even the music, the way the music is played is is
What's a
targeting
sexual?
targeting your subconscious, something in your subconscious mind. Even
Yeah,
how the
it's an
organ
art
plays the
to it.
music, all that is subliminal.
Yeah, it's a breakdown to
Yeah,
make you feel some type of
absolutely.
way.
Yeah, these guys know what they're doing, man. Like that Joel Olstein dude, I can't stand that dude, man.
But yeah,
That Joel Olstein dude.
I had to stop going to his
My
church.
brother. He always looks so fake. Like, oh gosh, he's so fake.
Hey, so what made me turn down Joe Osteen was back in
You know,
2017, there was a hurricane, and the whole
yep, I
city
know
of
where you're going
Houston
with
was
this.
flooded, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, my family was good by the grace of God, but in
Yeah,
that area, he like it was really bad. Like the water was above buildings, and he like the platform of his church was untouched, unfazed. So
I remember that story. Yep.
he closed the
He
he
closed the door.
closed the
He got
doors.
so much credit. He got so much criticism for that. I remember that story. I
Yeah,
watched the news. I watched the news broadcast of that story. He got flambéed. He got roasted for that, bro. Like it was one of the worst. I think he might have lost a lot of members from that,
yeah, that
from
was
what he
bad
did.
because the city was
It was
down. You
really
had
bad. It
people
was a bad look.
homeless,
Yeah.
homeless out here. And then another situation, someone found X amount of dollars in the wall inside the church, just randomly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was in the wall. I actually can go to that article and see real
That's
quick.
crazy. Yeah, Joel Osteen he's a big phony, man. They call him, you know what his nickname is? His nickname is the candy cotton preacher. That's what they call him, the candy cotton preacher.
Look,
Yeah.
plumber who discovered money in wall of Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church gets $20,000 reward. So
Wow.
he got 20 bands, but he found $600,000.
That's interesting. What
It
was it
says
doing in the wall?
police said because he was a plumber, but he said the police said he recovered checks appeared to be connected to March 2014 theft of $600,000 in cash and checks from the church safe.
Yeah, but my question is, why was it hidden in the wall in the first place? You see what I'm saying? That
Good question.
there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. That doesn't make sense. What was it doing in the wall in the first place?
Yeah.
So that tells me that he might be money laundering.
Mm.
Could it be possible that he was money laundering and he
Yeah.
was hiding money?
Six hundred
That's
thousand
kind of
dollars.
strange.
Come on, man.
Why, first of all, why is the money hidden in the wall? That's number one. So that's a big red flag. So something's not adding
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
This guy might be involved in some criminal organization or some shit. That sounds weird to me.
Yeah. This is church right here. I'm gonna put it in
Bro,
my.
his
I'm gonna put.
congregation is like a football field, man. This guy gets a lot of
Well,
people, bro.
yeah. His church. It used to be the Rockets' old uh court.
Look at that. Look how much people are in there. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So let's see. Let's say there's at least what 10,000. Nah, it can't be 10,000. Probably
No,
like
it's got to be more. What would you say? 20?
let's say 20,000, and let's say they gave $5. What is that? Let's see, 20 times five. That's
20
hundred
times 5,
thousand.
552
So
5
that's
is 10. That's 100.
20,000. So that'll be how many millions?
All you just have to times 5 by 20 and then
Yeah.
add the extra
So
zeros.
that's 100 million.
Pretty close.
Damn, in one service? Nah, it's no way. Nah, heck nah.
And
No
that's
way.
not even,
I did the math wrong. There's no way.
and here's the thing. That's not accounting for the people that give donations and the people that write the big checks, like, like people who may
Yeah, the
have
real people.
businesses and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, people forget that churches don't just get tithes from Sunday or when they get tithes that come in constantly from other, like during the week. You know what I mean? Like you can still
Yeah.
get money during the week, like from people just donating, just want to help you out or whatever. And guess what? The money that churches get is they don't have to claim it in taxes.
Yep.
That's another thing. Churches don't pay taxes unless they
Yep.
change that law.
No,
As far
no,
as I remember, churches
it's
not
still the
don't
same.
pay taxes.
Yep. That's a big one.
So all that money is yours,
I, I actually thought about becoming a pastor, but it's a lot of
bro.
politics that comes with that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, AC. And you wonder why all these guys want it, like all these ex pimps and all that stuff want to get into preaching because it's easy money. It's
Yeah,
money you get that you don't have to pay back in taxes, right? It's easy to get a
people
preacher's
support
license.
you.
You can get your, you can get your preacher's license online.
Yeah,
It's not hard to become a preacher. You don't have. It's not strenuous. You can get your preacher's license online. It's not
you
hard.
don't you don't even have to talk about the word. As you see, this
Right.
guy, he doesn't even talk about the word.
This guy
He
doesn't
just
even
does.
talk about the word. Exactly. He doesn't even talk about the word.
He goes off script and just freestyles, and then he
All he does
cries.
is, you know what he does? He tells stories.
He cry. Yeah,
All he does
then he
is tell
cries,
stories,
make people feel some type of way, and then he always
and
brings up
then
his father that passed away. He's a random
right,
story. It's like, no, I didn't plan to be a
he
pastor.
tells that heartstrings, and he tells nice he tells nice fluffy stories that make you feel good. And then you know what he does? AC, you know what he does? Then at the end of it, you know what he says? He goes, "God loves you. He loves you." No, I'm saying, not even like, bro. I used to listen to him. I had family members that listened to him. I'm like, bro, you can't listen to this dude, man. This dude is phony as hell. Even I was picking up on it. All the man would say is, "God loves you. He loves you. I know he loves you." I'm like, what? Even his voice sounded funny, man. I'm like, this funny
Got
ass
them,
dude, man. Like,
got them green
oh
chips
man,
today. It's gonna be a
I ain't
good one.
trusting this. Yeah. He just looked like some kind of guy that would swindle you, man. Like, I don't know. Who was
Yeah,
that guy? There was who's
I
the
used to
guy
go
that
to his church a lot.
who?
I used to go to his church a lot.
Oh, you used to go to his church?
Yeah,
So you know
heavy.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy, he must be so rich though, man.
Oh
He
yeah,
must have so much money. Money that's
bro.
not even accounted for. I'm talking money that he probably has hidden somewhere, you know? Because again, he doesn't, as far as I know, they don't have to claim anything in taxes. So they
Nope.
can cover a lot of money, cover up a lot of money.
And I think they paid for the church. It's officially paid off. So now it's really
Yeah, it's probably the
profitable.
land is probably paid off.
Bro, his
Yeah.
wife is so hot to me, man. And I don't even like snow bunnies like that, but she's attracted to snow bunny. Hold on. Let me find a good photo.
Bro, he's a white man himself. Of course he's gonna be with a snow bunny. Like it's okay. He's okay. It's okay for him to be a snow bunny. All right. I just, you know what I would love one day? I would just want to see. I would love one day for one of these big name pastors, like these white big name pastors, just to marry a black woman, just to piss people off, man. Just it would be really nice if he had a black woman as a wife. Oh man, I would laugh so hard. Or some woman of a different nationality or something. It was so funny. And here's the thing too. Do you notice something that here's a lot of things that people don't pick up on. Most pastors or most churches, especially in the black community, most churches and pastors, the majority of their congregation is women. A lot of people don't pick up on that. The majority of congregation in most churches is women. If you took a poll and you separated the men from the women and you said,
60.
okay, what percentage of men attend church and what percentage of women attend church? They said that the number of men attending church has gone down,
Yeah.
but women,
So Google says yes. Data consistently shows that women tend to make up majority of churches.
yeah, I don't know what I'm
Both
talking
women.
about. See, I don't even need Google. I couldn't tell you that. Yeah. And I strongly believe that the percentage of men have it's gone down in years. It's gone most men are attending church less
Wow, they're saying
and
that
women have gone up.
60, 61% is women.
51% is women?
No, 61%.
Oh, 61%. I would have thought it was higher, but okay. What's the percentage of men? I can't see the screen.
Let's, let's see.
Men, I would like to see what the statistics are for the last 10 years, though. I think it's definitely gone down, like a graph. I would say about 41%. It's probably around 40, 40 or 30.
Yeah, it says 35% to 30%. In
Damn,
2024, 30% of men were attending weekly compared to 20%.
it's a lot lower than I thought. Shit,
So guys ain't going. They watching the
guys ain't
football
going.
game. They're watching the football game instead.
You know why? You know why, AC? Because what I was telling you, church, the message, the music, it tugs at your emotions. And who's
Yeah,
more emotional? Who's more who's more susceptible to emotional messages? Women. Men are not that upset. We're not we can see bullshit and we're not that more acceptable to messages of emotions. It's harder. But women are very emotional. So and I, like I said, when you go to church, from the time you step into that church, everything is played on your emotions. Everything targets your emotions. From the music, the the people, the organs, the particular music instruments that they use, everything. The particular songs they sing, it's all set up that way. Yeah, man.
yeah, man. I really was gonna go on to be a pastor because it's a nice job, man. You got AC blowing on you. It ain't hard. You just gotta have the gift of gab. If you have the gift of gab and you're not ashamed of public speaking,
Yeah,
and
you gotta have a good gift of gab.
yeah, the gift of gab is a big
Yeah.
one.
When if you have a gift of gab, you can. I always tell
Do it.
people if you got a good mouthpiece and you can you have a good way of speaking, and you have a way of speaking that captivates people. That can be applied to anything in life.
Yeah,
Trust me, bro. Women, job, um, anything you want. If you have that gift, like look at a guy like remember Tony Robinson? Tony Robinson? Tony Robbins? I think his name is Tony Robbins. Look at that guy. He was a public speaker, and all he did was talk. And he had some best-selling books. The guy became like a
yeah.
um, big, huge celebrity.
People really pay money for that. And
Yeah,
it's
paid money
crazy
for his
because that's
lectures.
that same information they can find out themselves, but
Exactly.
they want
That's
to
a
be
good point.
told they want to be told what to do and how to feel.
They
It's
want to be
crazy.
told what to do exactly.
Why do people want to be told what to do and how to feel?
And let's be honest, Tony Robinson was a very eloquent public speaker, bro. Like he was really good. That
Like
man will
I
have
go
you
through
believe in
some people's
anything. You might be
lives,
believing you can fly.
bro. People are donating a lot of money just for people speaking some life into them.
What?
Yeah, they donating heavy.
What do you think?
Like,
What do you think
like,
part of the reason Barack Obama won the presidency?
yeah, yeah, he's smooth.
Barack Obama, say what you want about Barack Obama. Barack Obama is one of the most eloquent public speakers I've ever come. That man will have you believing you can walk through walls, man. He
Yeah,
had me believing, bro. Barack Obama, when his first term, when he first ran and he won, the first time he won and became
yep,
president, bro, that man had me believing anything, man. He suckered me in, bro. I was
yeah,
suckered
same.
in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie about it. He
I
got
was
me,
too.
bro. He had me believing. He had me believing all his bullshit. No, I'm not even. I don't feel ashamed about it. I'm just gonna be honest. Barack Obama had me believing. Like he literally had me believing I could fly, man. If Barack Obama told me like, yo, infamous, you know you can fly, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I think I can. Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I think I could. That man would have me jumping off the roof, man. The way he talks, because he's that powerful and he's that eloquent with his speech. With his speech, he knows how to. I don't know how he does it, man. He's really good at it. He's really good at public speaking.
He doesn't like he takes his time too. So I think that's what makes it very impactful. That if you take your time and you talk
Hmm.
with conviction, it shows confidence, and
Talk with
people love
conviction,
confidence.
and you know
But
what it is. You know what it is, AC. It's also where you pause that too.
yeah, his
Yes,
pauses are on point every
yes,
time.
pause is on point.
He lets it breathe, and you can hear him clearly.
Hmm. You know who's good at that? Even his wife is good at it too. That's the
Yeah,
thing
his
too.
wife
It's
is
not
good
just
too.
him. You know what I heard, AC? I heard this from another. I can't remember who I was listening to, and this guy was saying that his wife is one of the best because you know how she's a former lawyer, right? You know she's a former lawyer. She's one of the best. Well, this guy was saying that he worked with her, I believe, and he was saying that she's one of the best closing lawyers ever. Like in the United States, she's like one of the best closing arguments lawyer he's ever seen, ever seen. They said that her closing arguments are some of the best closing arguments ever. Like if you have a case and you want somebody to just do like the closing, just to wrap everything up at the end, the closing arguments, she's the best person to do it. Apparently, Michelle Obama is the best at closing arguments. That's what they say. She's notorious for it. She's known for it. It's crazy. I hear people saying that nonsense, but she's a man and all that stuff. Get the hell out of here. That ain't no man. That's a sexy
Yeah,
ass woman, man. I don't care what anybody says. I think she's sexy.
they said that the kids that she has, I mean, they have is not theirs because it looks nothing like them, and they
Are
were
you kidding
adopted.
me, bro? They have that African forehead, man. What are people talking about?
That Ethiopian
Obama,
forehead.
yeah, Obama is African. You can see it in their you can see it in their features. What is he talking about? I don't know what people are talking about, man. They do look like their kids, especially the younger one. You tell me that don't look like look at Michelle's forehead. You tell me that does not look like Michelle, the kid on the left, and look at the one close to Obama. You tell me that that little girl don't have his eyes and the way he looks. Get out of here. No, no. Nice try. That woman has the same for that the girl has the same forehead as Michelle. Cut it out. I don't know what people are talking about, man. It's nonsense. Nonsense. Girl be sporting that five head, man. Look like she can headbutt a rhinoceros with that head. Give a rhinoceros a headache. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
there
lie,
was
AC. I'll be
yeah.
honest with you, AC. I do like women with big foreheads, man. That's one of my I don't know I should admit it, but if a woman shows up at my door and she has a nice forehead, I'm sold, man. Yeah. I'm into robust foreheads, man. When it comes to women, I'm into them nice foreheads. That's
So
I
like
think that's why I like Ethiopia. I think that's why I like Somalian women. I have a thing for Somalian women. I don't know why. I think it's the foreheads, man.
and I thought, man, you gonna put a
Hey,
whole
man,
pancake on that forehead,
bro, can you imagine what that did to Chris Brown's face?
man.
Can you imagine when? Because you remember there was when they were fighting in the car, right? Remember when they were
Yeah.
having that fight and Chris Brown abused her? Can you imagine her giving him that forehead? Boom! Take that, Chris Brown.
It's like a bowling ball.
Yeah. He probably
You can
singing,
break windows.
your forehead ain't loyal. He was talking about ain't loyal. He's talking about that forehead, man.
Forehead got a mind of his own.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
think
say
he
that
missed it.
most
I think
beautiful
he
women
missed
do
out
have
though,
big,
man.
big, big foreheads, though.
Yo, what? Do you think he really missed out? Here's why I say he missed out. Here's why I say Chris Brown missed out. If he if he stuck with Rihanna, right? You know Rihanna's a billionaire right now, right? Rihanna's a billionaire. Rihanna's a billionaire. A lot of people don't know that. Rihanna's a billionaire. Rihanna is a billionaire. You know that if he stuck with Rihanna and they stuck together and they were together and they still were together to this day, they could have supplanted Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think, as like the R&B kind of slash couple. I think they would be at the same status. Her and Chris Brown would be definitely be at the same status as Jay-Z and Beyonce, in my opinion.
Damn, she got
Maybe
kids.
maybe even higher. Maybe even higher.
Yikes.
But did you hear
No,
the
I got
rumors about that? Did you hear HC, did you hear the rumors about why they got into a fight? I don't know if you believe it or not. Did you hear the rumors?
that. Yeah, I heard multiple. I heard that she gave him something. Then I heard,
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that's what I heard. That she gave him something. She
yeah, then he went
gave him an
crazy
STD or something.
because I mean he's not a dummy. Like you know you're gonna get in trouble by you laying hands on her. So for him to go to
Bro,
extreme
I'm
to
not gonna
do
lie,
he's fast.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would be really mad if a little girl gave me STD, especially one that's incurable. Like if she gave
Yeah,
him the
especially
herpes or
now.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be
I mean
super mad.
according by law, that's a felony. If you knowingly
Facts,
know that you got something
facts.
and you're gonna harmfully hurt somebody else's life, because that's an impact on somebody else's life.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like,
Right.
so
I
yeah,
know.
that's
I'm
the
not gonna
only
lie
way
though.
that it makes sense.
I have a thing for Rihanna though. I don't know. I might forgive her for it. I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna forgive her for that. I might say, Rihanna, it's all good, man. We can make it. We can fix things. We can fix things.
This King is in the chat. He said, "Which one of y'all got Errol in the boxing Hall of Fame?"
Errol in the Boxing Hall of Fame. That's
What
on you,
kind of
AC. You
question
gotta
is
answer
that?
that. What kind of question is that? I don't understand the question.
That's a random ass question.
Yeah, yeah, I don't get it.
We was talking about everything else, but I guess, man,
That's for you, AC. You gotta answer that. I don't know.
how could he be in the Hall of Fame and he's still ducking the smoke, bro? We haven't seen him fight nobody since Terrence Crawford. Like, it's one thing to duck
Mm,
the smoke and you still fighting somebody else, you know what I mean? But the guy is he hasn't fought at all. So is he
right,
gonna
right.
even, bro? It's so bad that Deontay Wilder he retired from boxing, and guess what, Infamous? He unretired from boxing and he's gonna fight in July. So you got boxers retiring, unretiring, and we still haven't heard from Errol Spence.
Oh, King had a response. King, you can
Well,
read
King
the
said,
read the
"Nah, the
comment.
boxing world is in an uproar because Bud said he wasn't a Hall of Famer."
Mm,
Crawford is calling Errol a bitch because, I mean, who did he really fight? Sean Porter. Okay, who's that other guy that broke his Kell Brook?
hmm
Uh, Ugas. But when he fought a champion with Terence Crawford, he folded. And instead of getting your, like, it's one thing to fold and then you get your rematch and you lose again. You know what I mean? At
hmm
least as as a boxing fan, like, we see that you tried. It is what it is. He can't even have the balls enough to try again. Let alone step in the ring. Like, what's really going on?
mm,
And that's a Hall of Famer?
mm,
Nah, you can't just get into a Hall of Fame like that.
mm.
He's acting like a true bro. When was the last time you fought? 2 years ago, bro.
Mm.
You got little kids speaking like they're getting born and they speaking full English in 2 years now, man. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, Hey man, I listen. I leave that for you, man. That's for you. I I know there's some rooms that I don't want to enter. So you have it. You have it. Uh,
Man, when he got his ass whooped the way that he did,
mhm.
man, that was probably the worst ass whooping I've witnessed live.
Was he
So I
looking
think
like was he looking like Martin? Was he in that episode of Martin? When
bro,
Martin got it when Hitman was it Hitman Ernst?
yeah,
Hitman Ernst got Martin looking like I
yeah, we
remember
have to
that.
show
I
that.
remember that episode, man. That cracked me up. That was so funny. One of the funniest Martin
That's
episodes.
a underrated TV show too.
Yeah, that Martin's face looking like a pizza.
Now this guy knows how to make content. Like he man,
Hilarious.
his show. Okay, so who's better, him? Like who had the best TV show? Oh, if you can't give the best TV show, give me your top three. With Jamie, you got the Steve Harvey show. You got the D.L. Hughley. You have that other dude. I think
Oh, there's
Ed and
so many
Eddie.
good ones, man.
The Ed and Eddie. You have Stanford and Son. Like I'm gonna have to give Martin as a comedian though. I'm gonna have to give him the number one spot. King said, "I bet Brooklyn Punk Anthony Spence is a Hall of Famer." Nah, man, that ass whooping was blasphemous on TV, man. I thought my TV was gonna break. Couldn't believe what I was watching. Errol Spence was swinging on the ropes like Rey Mysterio, man. Like you know how the wrestlers they swing on one end of the ropes, they go back on the other end of the rope. Errol Spence was all over the place, man. If I'm him though, it was best for Errol Spence. He should retire from boxing, and I think that's why he hasn't fought again. He's just retired, man. He's definitely not no Hall of Fame. How you gonna wait 2 3 years to step in the ring again, bro? That's ring rust. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Lakers played the Grizzlies. LeBron, he probably hasn't slept since that buzzer beater by Josh Giddey. The whole world's talking about it. So Lakers about to be on one. If you're a smart man, put your money on the Lakers. Put your money on the Lakers. Get your bread real quick. Lakers ain't about to play their food. They about to play whoop that trick. About to play whoop that trick all day. We got Memphis number. Yeah, man. Put your bread on the Lakers against Memphis, man. Whoop that trick on Saturday night.